Hi there, welcome to Joshi'ing Around Weekly, a podcast in which we will discuss the most important shows, the best matches and the hottest topics in Japanese women's pro wrestling on a weekly basis. I'm Tim.
And I'm Eric.
And welcome to the show. Hello everyone, and welcome to the 11th episode of Joshi'ing Around Weekly. Today is November 18th, and we got a lot to talk about, actually. First, in our news section, we got some brand new Shoe Pro interviews, fresh from the presses, I guess. We got the Sendai Girls show, Chihiro Hashimoto's 10th anniversary show. We got Marigold, the Korakuen Hall review, and 2 more house shows that Eric is going to lead us through. We're going to talk a bit about STARDOM. We're going to see what that's going to look like. We are not quite sure ourselves yet, I think.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have some Tokyo Joshi Pro previews, and in the indie zone, there's a SEAdLINNG review.
There is.
Yes, and we also got a little retro review coming from a Wave match in 2018. After that, we have our quick previews and the match of the week. All right, Eric, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I think we were both saying earlier how much we both love winter, and so I'm thankful.
Yes.
We're in November, so I'm feeling a lot happier with each day. I normally know I'm happy when I sleep less. That's the sign to me that I'm doing well. And I've been sleeping I've been sleeping like 4 hours each night, so that's how I know I'm excited. And I think, and I think the weather's a part of that. Summer's fucking depressing, right?
Yeah, I much prefer the cold to the heat.
Yeah, I mean, not even just the temperature. It's just you go outside and everyone has smiles on their face and everyone's happy. You see guys with their shirts off, with their beautiful bodies. Yeah, I hate it. It's bad vibes.
No, I agree. Totally. Did you guys get like real cold weather yet? Did it snow or something?
I think
Does it even snow really?
It does like once a year maybe, or even 0 to 1 times a year is normally the frequency. But I normally miss it because I don't look outside my window and I only go to the office 1 day a week. So I have no idea how cold it is. I think it's meant to be like sub-zero, but I normally rely on my wife for the weather check. So
yeah, it's broken. It's broken in like just 2 days ago for us.
The weather's broken?
Snow. Yeah, first big like snowstorm with like sub-zero temperatures and stuff. So we're like in full winter mode now.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Here in the German Alps. Yeah, I'm kind of like I love the winter, and I love like the winter mood. I love when it's more dark outside and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But it's also like kind of not good, I think, because I become like a total like, what's it called, like a hermit.
A recluse, yeah.
Yeah, I just stay in bed for like days on end, and that's obviously not very good for the body and the mind, but I enjoy it. So
is that why? Because I asked you, I asked you earlier how you were doing, and then you just said I'm fine, and then 10 minutes later, I get a ping and I check my phone, and then there's another message from you saying, "Are you good? Why'd you ask?" Because you were like suspicious that I was asking you how you were doing. Because I guess I'm not really known to check in, but yeah, I just noticed you were a bit quiet, I guess, and I guess you just don't want to go into recluse mode or what?
No, it's just like, I don't know. I wasn't intentionally more quiet than I usually am, but
intentionally or unintentionally?
Not intentionally.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Like maybe I just didn't have much to say.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Yeah. It's all right. I've just been like really lethargic. That's usually what the winter does to me. But I kind of like that's the mood I enjoy. So
what have you been doing, hobby wise, on the weekend or whatever?
Not much at all, actually. Like, just like, yeah, winter broke in. I stayed in bed and watched wrestling, watched random YouTube videos all day. That's usually how it happens.
What's on your random YouTube playlist?
I do a lot of cooking videos lately. Like,
are you a good cook?
I mean,
you want to say yes. I feel it. You want to say yes, but you don't want to say it yourself.
I wouldn't say I suck at cooking, but I rarely do like these huge like undertakings when it comes to cooking. I mostly stay in the basics, but I have those down, I'd say.
What's your signature?
I think my carbonara is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a really basic meal, but I love it a lot. Like the original one, right? Which is only like egg yolk and Parmesan, basically.
Yeah, you know it's the thing about how uncultured I am, right? You know, I don't cook either. I've got egg yolk. What original? What the fuck are you talking about?
So some people do carbonaras with like heavy cream and like a milk sauce or whatever. But like the original Italian carbonara is like completely without any cream. It's just Parmesan and like bacon and eggs, essentially.
How the fuck do you make the sauce out of what? Just egg whites? Wait, you said egg yolk?
Yeah. I like to leave the egg whites in there, but like if you look it up, you should only take the egg yolks for like the truly original one. But I never know what to do with the egg whites then, and I like eating egg whites, so I just leave them in. So
I'm an egg white person as well.
Yeah, and you have to reserve some of your pasta water. That's also part of like making the sauce really like nice and saucy. I don't know.
Okay, I thought you were joking. This is some high tech shit. You actually are a chef.
I wouldn't call myself that, but I mean this is a really really easy recipe.
All right,
but if I would have to name like my signature one, it would maybe be that one. Don't know.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. But today I had KFC again.
Hell to the yeah.
I was lazy today after work. And I thought I'd just ask you what you usually do. I do think you taught me an important like lesson there.
Yeah.
Because you told me to only get like chicken.
Yeah.
I did always try with the burgers and wraps and stuff because I do usually really enjoy a good like chicken sandwich or like a good chicken burger, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I think KFC is really best when you only have the chicken.
Yeah,
like, they're not good at doing burgers.
Exactly.
That's what I learned.
Cut to the sauce. I mean, I don't want empty calories with bread and salad. Get that shit out of here. I just want the fucking drumstick.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have actually a really good dip, so that's also good. I don't know if you have the same dips in the UK. Like they have the spicy mayo type thing.
Oh, I don't do dips.
I like the taste of that one. Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a dip guy for anything.
Yeah, but it's better than better than the burgers, definitely. So I'm more open to KFC now.
Well,
so,
you're welcome.
I think
you give me carbonara tips, I'll give you KFC menu ordering tips.
Yeah, we did like we had like kind of a little of an uproar last time we talked about KFC, but like because we were too positive on it, I guess.
Oh, so
Lots
some
of people
disagreed.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I know people that I think there was one guy that I played games with, and he had never had KFC in his entire life, and he was like mid-30s. I was like, what? I don't even know how that's possible.
I mean, same for me, but because it's never existed in my town.
Oh, okay, that's more acceptable.
Like the KFC store in my town opened like 6 months ago, maybe.
Okay.
I had it in Munich once, like when I was like 16 or something. But
well, this guy lived in London. Okay, he was he had full access to KFC whenever he wanted.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
but that's why I'm looking forward to the chicken in Japan as well, because I don't actually. Everyone talks about it, right? The fried chicken in Japan.
Yeah, it's apparently like a Christmas tradition over there.
Wait, what do you mean apparently? You've been there, right? Have you not had it?
I haven't done it, no.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't like really celebrate Christmas with anyone when I was over there. So.
Oh, well, you will this year. You'll be with our friends, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna watch STARDOM.
Yeah, I didn't want to say their names in case, shoot names. Don't want to dox them. You know who you are.
You're arriving 26th, 27th. When do you arrive?
Technically I'm landing in Narita on 25th. But it's like in the evening, so I'm guessing we're going to go out to our hotel, get some food, and then go sleep, I'm guessing.
All right. Yeah, it's only like a month now. Can't wait.
I mean, it's fucking insane. I actually don't know what I'm going to do. It's going to feel very surreal just being in Japan.
Yeah.
Unlike any other trip I've ever had, actually.
That's true. It's a one-of-a-kind experience, unless you're doing it the third time, I guess.
Apparently, people keep going back, right? Because they have so much fun the first time. It's not like you go to Japan, you're like, oh, that was shit. No, everyone seems to love it.
No, it's true. It's just awesome. I don't know. I've basically been waiting the entire year just to go back.
Are you excited yet though, or are you still in because I'm still in the surreal stage where I'm not excited yet. I can't get pre-excited. I will get excited probably when I'm on the plane.
I mean, I'm more just really impatient now.
Yeah.
That's but I guess that's part of being excited, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I kind of get what you mean. Like before my first trip, it was similar. It was also a bit like I don't know, trepidation maybe.
It doesn't feel real to me yet. It doesn't feel real that I'm actually doing that. Because also, I don't go on holiday very often. I go on maybe one trip a year, and it's normally just a weekend to, the country of my partner. Something like that, just to see the in-laws or something like that. So to go on a dream trip doesn't feel real. So I don't think it will feel real until I'm in the air. I'll be like, oh shit, we're actually doing this.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, it should feel real considering how much is left in my bank account for fucking flights and hotels and tickets. So.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's rough. It's getting really expensive again. Hotels and stuff in Tokyo. Damn, they were cheaper the previous years.
I think I spent over 1,000 on my Tokyo hotel for 10 days, 11 days or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the Osaka one was quite cheap. That was half the price for even one more day or something than Tokyo.
Really? Yeah, I think that's also you're there from January 6th till 10th or something.
For Osaka, I'm there from the 6th to the 16th.
Oh, 16th.
Yeah, 10 days.
Yeah, maybe that's also already post the main holiday season.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So maybe that gets cheaper too. But obviously, I guess Tokyo is the most expensive in Japan.
How's your Japanese?
Because it's the biggest. How's my Japanese?
Yeah.
It's not non-existent, essentially. I tried. I always try for 2 or 3 months, and I just give up after a while.
Okay, but you must know some.
And then I forget just everything.
Yeah, but you know some Japanese just by osmosis, just by watching a bunch of wrestling and stuff.
Sure, and I know basic stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
That's whatever. I couldn't hold a conversation.
Okay, fine. Yeah, sure.
And I can't fluently read anything. I know I always I learned this hiragana and katakana. I learned the alphabets 3 times now, and I forget them so fucking quickly every time.
Oh, yeah.
If I don't do anything for 10 or 15 days, it's all gone. It's so fucking terrible. I'm just not good at. Maybe I'm too old to memorize this kind of stuff because I've never been really bad at learning languages in general. But maybe that just
you're never too old.
It's just easier when you're a teenager or a child.
Are you not a teenager?
Not quite anymore.
What about mentally?
No, I don't think mentally.
Oh, okay,
either.
right.
I think
fine.
You're
old then.
Mentally, I'm probably the oldest.
I feel like a kid still,
just
to be honest.
Given up on life, but you still feel like a kid. That's
I don't want to grow up.
You should try to keep that.
I'm putting off everything adult-wise, so.
Yeah, I kind of get that too, but no. Anyway.
You know what I wanted to mention?
Huh?
Did you have something you want to mention? I want to mention something.
I would have moved on to our first like mini topic here.
Oh no. Before that,
what do you have?
Before that, I want to mention the Social Suplex newsletter. Because I'm very happy we're going to get another release out. Might be tomorrow or Thursday. Soon, TM. it will be one of those days. But because we just got a few bits and pieces to go, I actually think just the Americas, whatever, the goddamn Americas. But I'm happy we're like able to like keep the project going despite the resources. Like I'm super, super, super proud of the team because we put out a crazy amount of content, which you guys will see once it goes out. I literally don't think there is anything like it that exists on the planet, all in one place. So yeah, just want to say thank you to the team. So I guess that's Trish, Emmy, Chris G, Peter, David, Hater. Who I learned that was a Metal Gear Solid character recently. I had no idea. So that's cool.
I got that a lot after episode. Like I learned it on that day too.
Yeah, wait, he's a voice actor, right? For okay. And
like
of course
80% of all comments I got on that podcast was, "Hey, you did a podcast with the Metal Gear Solid voice actor?" Huh?
I had no idea. Yeah. And I guess one last person. Thank you, Tim, as well. Obviously you've done a lot. So I guess I want to say to everyone else as well, if you're like passionate about a particular promotion or a subject and you want to write for the newsletter, then you can reach out to socialsuplexnews@gmail.com. I also want to say something else as well. I'm also appreciative of people that listen, so thank you to listeners. But what has been fucking blowing my mind is, and makes me super happy, is the people that dive in and actually watch something that they maybe haven't seen before, just because it sounds cool. That's what I'm here for, and I'm sure that's what Tim is here for as well.
Absolutely.
I spent all of my evenings last week and my weekend doing the newsletter, and Tim has done it for the past 10 issues. And the reason we do it is because we want people to find something new that they might love that's right up their street. This podcast, exists to help people discover things. That's why I do the newsletter. That's why I do this podcast. So I wanted to say this because a few of our friends have started randomly watching matches. They could quit tomorrow, awesome. And I would still be happy that they tried it in the first place.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So if anyone listening that thinks something sounds cool in the indie zone or whatever, or you have any questions, just tag me and Tim in any of the Discords you find us in. Social Suplex Discord, whatever it is.
Yeah. For the newsletter, it's basically like we didn't really throw away any content, so it's basically like an all-encompassing like wrestling, almanac from the last like 8 weeks from every single promotion in the world, and it's gonna be huge, and you can be excited for that.
Yeah, I think I've sort of changed my thinking on it a bit, rather than just like a weekly or bi-weekly news dump. I think it's like more of a here's everything that's going on in these places over the last month or whatever. And I think that's kind of useful for people to catch up on things, because people normally like binging stuff as well, right? It's just much more manageable as a monthly project, where you can just like read about one promotion for the entire month and skip shows you don't care about as well. So yeah,
that's very true. Speaking of our listeners, do you ever listen back to our episodes?
I 100% used to listen to all of them at the start. And then I realized I was torturing myself because I don't like listening to my voice. And I was like, why am I voluntarily torturing myself? So now I only listen to make sure that the audio is okay for like 10 minutes, and then I don't listen to it again.
All right. Yeah. I was listening yesterday. I said to myself, I'm just going to go back and listen to our first episode, right? And compare it to like our 10th episode.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah. Don't do that, by the way.
Was it bad?
I'm just gonna say this, and I don't want to like toot our own horn here, but I think we improved tremendously.
Oh, really? What was the worst thing about the first episode?
I don't know, just like our synergy wasn't there, I guess, yet, or like our chemistry wasn't like we were both like a bit like stiff, still, and like. I don't know. I think my mixing was worse on the first one specifically too. For some reason, it's like really quiet, and
I had train noises as well. Yeah,
not really exciting to listen to at all. So
yeah.
I think we're making tremendous progress there. So
I mean, now we're 19 minutes in, and we haven't got to our first topic yet. So
yeah, that's
that's the way it is, baby.
We're not gonna go 4 hours today, but
we're going 4 hours, baby.
Oh my god. Right. But yeah, speaking of the newsletter, Peter has written a great little last-minute article about the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame. And we mentioned the Hall of Fame a couple of times on our podcast, so I thought maybe we should just go over the results real quick. What do you think?
Every single region?
No.
Okay,
just like in general thoughts.
Yeah, go for it.
Me first? Okay. So I think it was basically the most predictable result. Once Dave said that there's going to be 8 inductees, it was kind of clear that it wasn't going to be fun.
Yeah.
For me, at least. I still think like Punk is like a no-go for me for the Hall of Fame. I think it's very disappointing. A lot of the results are very disappointing. Mako having this retirement run early in the year and losing like 10% in votes is
Makes
fucking
no
crazy
sense.
to me. Like people are just not watching, I guess. Mercedes only getting like 10.2% was fucking insane to me. Compared to others, I guess.
Yep.
And yeah, like in general, like the whole Hall of Fame like voter base feels so like WWE biased, I guess, in a way. Like it's also mind blowing that Moxley is still not in, for example, and stuff like that. It's just kind of weird. I do want to say one thing, like the people who said, like the dumbest people on the internet said like things like people shouldn't take like Punk's what he did to AW against him because AW didn't die from it and is still alive. So what damage did he even do? And I think that that's not really the point of it, right? Because just because he was as unsuccessful in killing AEW as he is now at selling tickets in WWE. But his intent was still there to burn down AEW and basically send American pro wrestling back to the dark ages with the WWE monopoly. He was also like outspoken against wrestlers getting like guaranteed money and good money from TV contracts. All that stuff. He's just a malcontent to me on pro wrestling as a business.
I mean, attempted murder is still a crime, right? So
exactly. So that's still a undeniable like negative historical significance that's not over. That he couldn't overcome in my book, no matter how many ad-free, top-of-the-hour, quarter-hour spikes he produces in the WWE now.
Is that a thing?
Ticket sales right now is... Yeah. Everyone was citing his great quarter hours, and he had like the most protected quarter hours you could possibly have, but everyone just left out all context and just said, look at that, it made a little spike there when Punk was on. It's like really funny. I think like Punk's overratedness as a draw was like examined perfectly by Tristan Sarah. Mm-hmm. Was it episode 14B or 17B?
Was that the Punk episode? The Punk episode?
Yes.
That's the episode where I started listening to them. So the famous one.
And yeah, everybody should check that out. The other point maybe is Cody to me. Cody, I'm like way more open because so like whenever I see matches of Cody or Punk for that matter, I think they're just terrible, right? They're just both terrible wrestlers to me, which is in the first place something that was just would disqualify them for me to put in any Hall of Fame. But for Cody, at least you can say that he was like a big factor in the creation of AEW. Like whether that was by choice or accident is another question, but one thing you have to acknowledge, I guess, is that his tweet in the first place, or his like bet with Dave Meltzer, was responsible for the creation of All In, and that may have been the main factor responsible for the creation of AEW.
Yeah.
So whether it was like him as a wrestler specifically, or if anyone could have made that tweet is another question. And whether he was like the most driving force for the actual creation of AEW as a pro wrestler, and not like the Bucks and Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley, is also another question. But I see it more for him than I do with Punk, I guess.
I probably would have voted for Cody, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the AEW stuff, not even as... I mean,
I guess that's fair. Like I said, I truly... Like, when I watch a Cody Rhodes match, it just feels like the video player is on, like, 0.25 speed, you know?
I mean, I still remember that fucking AJ Styles match. I'm still actually upset about that. I think I might have unsubscribed, like, some point after that match. Or at least that's when I realized the ratings had gone fucking crazy from Meltzer. That match is... It is not a 5-star match. Anyway.
Yeah. And I just feel like you have to be at a certain level as a pro wrestler to even qualify for the Hall of Fame before you even get to like drawing and like, for me at least. That's not the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame criteria. I totally get that. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But if I was to make a Hall of Fame, that would for me be like a main factor would be, are you actually a good pro wrestler or not?
Yeah, he's not a bad wrestler though. Like in ring. Well, he's not. Maybe.
Yeah, but what also doesn't mean for me is just like everything outside of the ring. Like, he is the most fake pro wrestler I think there is. And of course people always say, yeah, pro wrestling is fake. But like the pro wrestling persona of someone, like the character they play, they should feel authentic. So you have the ability to like buy into them and to like suspend your disbelief. When they come across as like the most phoniest and fakest motherfucker in the entire world, then I won't be able to suspend my disbelief for them and like buy into their like pro wrestling matches. So that's also where he stinks at, in my opinion. But maybe I'm being too mean now.
What? Maybe you are going a bit hard on Cody. Well, no, because I agree he's not like an excellent pro wrestler, but I guess he did have like the drawing factor, right, with the WrestleManias. Like the finish the story thing was fucking huge, like undeniably. So the WWE audience at least bought the act, and I guess doesn't that mean he's done his job to his audience? I guess
that's what it means, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying like the Yeet Man should go in, for example, but okay. You know, they do have to like play to their audiences. I feel like the characters.
We're gonna see how well he will do now, carrying the WWE into the future, I guess, after John Cena finally retires.
Yeah, scary roads ahead without Cena. We'll see. Well, without Cena and going into a cold period, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe. No, that's not. What are your takes on the Hall of Fame?
Oh, well, I have no takes on modern US, so...
Okay.
I guess I thought Samoa Joe should have been in, like Samoa Joe and the Briscoes. I don't know why they... I guess because they didn't have like a long run on top in like a big company. I mean, Samoa Joe was like a champion in AEW, but I guess his WWE run was against him or something. I don't know. There's something weird there. Samoa Joe seems like a dead-on Hall of Famer to me. I would have voted, I guess just to go back to Japan, I would have voted for Io, Mochizuki, Masaki Mochizuki, and Maiko, obviously. I understand like the cases of the other people in the region, and I'm not saying they're not deserved, but I thought like those were the strongest three for me. Here's where it kind of gets weird. The big dog, Roman Reigns, is in the Hall of Fame, right? For his huge WrestleMania main events. So I get that business matters, but it's also the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame. And you know what Maiko and Mochizuki have been doing for 3 decades? They've been fucking wrestling. You know who's probably the most talented Joshi in the past few decades? Io. They're going to be around 20% on the ballot before dropping off in 15 years, whatever the rule is. So the way I thought about it was, when people study wrestling in Japan in decades to come, and it's someone that wants to do a good job as well at studying it, like say it's their PhD or something, for the question, who were the best wrestlers in Japanese history, do I think that they would end up having Mochizuki, Io Shirai, and Maiko Satomura on that list? And the answer is yes. I feel like if someone's studying the region and they want to do a good job, they will come up with those 3 names on that list. And that's all I give a fuck about. And that's what a Hall of Fame means to me. But it's not my Hall of Fame. But that's why I actually don't think this, the Observer Hall of Fame is a definitive list of like the cream of the crop. Because it just isn't. It's missing too many names that are the best of all time at something, just because they haven't satisfied one of the cases to the satisfaction of the voter base. But yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I kind of think Roman may have like opened the floodgates for all these shitty WWE wrestlers to make it in.
He's skewed it so that the voters just only care about a huge money drawing run in WWE or AEW if you're in the modern US category.
And I don't even get that, because like Roman was like a complete nothing. Like WWE was dying with him at the top for like 7 years. And then he had like maybe 18 months in which he wrestled like 6 matches in total.
He only got in because of the Bloodline storyline.
Yeah. So in my book, he has like -5 years of drawing on top. So that's also not a case I would actually look at to put in any Hall of Fame. And I think like just his style, like his particular style of pro wrestling, I would call that a negative.
I've seen people call him like a great worker
impact
recently. Like when I read discussions on Hall of Fame, I thought I was getting gaslit. Is he like considered an excellent worker?
Not by me. I mean, his actual like moves execution, I guess, is whatever to me. But like his style of, instead of like telling your story in the match with like your match, what you actually do in it, but he starts like doing a monologue instead, like just like exposition dump,
okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Kind of. When movies do that, that's like universally like shat upon, right? Just someone narrating and explaining the story via like just an exposition dump. But when Roman does it in matches, it's considered good. I don't know. I can get behind that.
I feel like David Hayter is going to come after us.
I think he understands.
Yeah, he gets it. I mean, yeah, whatever. You get it.
Maybe I was a bit too harsh on Cody and Punk. I'm sorry.
I think Cody, you were a bit harsh on. I think Cody's a slam dunk, like Hall of Famer. Just what he did in AEW, his WrestleManias.
Yeah. I mean,
and he's not bad in ring. Like he had that, Dustin match, right? He's had like good matches.
He's had some good matches in AEW. I'm gonna give it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give that to him definitely.
And even
if I watch him now, it's just it's bad.
But also, if you compare him to others in WWE, so like if he's constrained to that style, I think he is one of the better in that WWE style. Which I guess isn't a compliment, but that's the environment he's in. So
yeah, wouldn't say that. Wouldn't say that's a compliment. Anyway, did you see who's on the ballot next year?
The only things I remember were Kyoke Inoue, which is very interesting. Who was the other? Oh, Tam fucking Nakano. Yeah, Tam. Did you know that Tam and Sayaka Mitani drew a legit 7,503 people at Yokohama Arena in April 2025? Did you know that?
Absolutely.
That is, we still need to. I think I mentioned in episode 1 that we should mention it every episode, but I forgot. So that's a good reminder of how insane 7,000 fucking people to a Joshi show.
Yeah.
What a successful storyline. That's got to be one of the most successful storylines in decades.
That's a lot more than TNA. True. For Bound for Glory, legit.
It actually is. It's like 2,000 above the legit number for TNA Bound for Glory?
Yeah. I don't know if I would even call that one legit, I think.
Oh, well, actually, yeah, I don't know how many comps there were. I didn't.
Yeah, I think that was already heavily comped to get to like 5.5k, honestly.
What do you think of Tam's Hall of Fame case? I've already seen you campaign for it. I've already seen you in the Discords talking about it.
I'm not gonna pretend like I'm gonna be very hopeful for her. I don't think the voters are gonna respect her at all.
She's dropping off the ballot.
I do think, however, that like if you like Io Shirai got like what 23% or something.
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
I think if you vote Io Shirai, then Tam Nakano is an automatic vote.
That's a hot take. Is it a hot take? I think that's a hot take.
maybe
it's not hot from you, I guess.
Maybe that's because I rate her in ring a lot.
Yes, probably, yeah.
A lot more than maybe other people do. But I also think, like, if you vote Io Shirai, then you think that Stardom is a legit Hall of Fame drawing promotion, right? That's always what it hinges at to me.
Yeah.
Like, some people say Stardom, like, in general, is disqualified because it's not big enough for drawing. And but if you vote Io, then to me that's like that tells me that you consider Stardom to be big enough.
She's definitely got a better drawing case than Io, but what about like historical significance? Because Io kind of has that. Like, a lot of wrestlers cite Io as like an inspiration, right? I don't know if that generation of Tam lovers have come in yet.
Well, I do think she has like this. Well, you're talking about wrestlers becoming wrestlers because of
Sure,
Io,
yeah.
right? I think Tam had a lot of like influence on the generation that is right now wrestling, that she had under her wings.
You mean like
in
Sayaka?
the Cosmic Angels, and like Sayaka Mitani, who wasn't in the Cosmic Angels, but was obviously her main pet project. And like, all like I think she had a lot of influence, and she taught a lot of stuff to others in Stardom who are wrestling now, you know?
Yeah. And she's booking Stardom right now, right? So
that's also the thing. She's booked a promoter now.
All right, well,
obviously.
Good luck in your campaign.
Nah, I'm not even gonna pretend that she has any chance. It's a lost cause, I think. This whole Hall of Fame is a lost cause, though. Ever since Roman made it in, I think so. That's just what it is. Okay, now that we have lost all WWE fans of our audience, we can continue, I think.
Yep.
Do you have anything else in it?
No, I don't.
All right. So, do you want to take us through these ShuPro interviews? We had a Saya and a Sari Julia one.
I shall. So, issue 2385 came out today of ShuPro. So, for those who don't know, ShuPro is published by BBM. Its full name is Weekly Pro Wrestling Magazine. It's just called ShuPro for short. It's a huge publication in Japan for wrestling fans, and I guess nerds like us as well. So the big thing is Sayaka Mitani was on the cover again, and that is like an honor. They put people on the cover who they think is the most important person that week, I guess, is the easiest way to put it. So I already did a whole segment on the Sire effect in one of the episodes when we covered the 27th of September Korakuen Hall show, about how she's a soft draw for Stardom. But another fact that I didn't have before is she's now the wrestler with the most ShuPro covers in 2025. She has 6 of them this year. Ozawa is second with 5. And that's despite being injured for 2 months and dropping the title in July. And Tanahashi and Goto have 4 each. Tanahashi is obviously in his retirement year, and Goto was a champion. I swear to God, Goto was on that cover almost every defense he had.
I would have thought that Tanahashi has that record by like easily, but
he only kind of ramped up recently. I think, in like the Okada stuff has come up. Like he's been on the cover for like twice in the past few weeks. So Ozawa though, his rate of like front covers was kind of high. I'm pretty sure if he like didn't drop the title, he would easily be the MVP. I mean, we can talk about that later because we have awards talk on the agenda, but we'll get to that later. All right, so interviews. So she did an interview with the magazine. So she said that her fame outside of the ring, these are just interesting parts I've pulled out. But she said, I thought it was interesting. She said her fame outside of the ring actually like led to her tightening up inside the ring. Like it's like a synergy between them. So as she does more and more outside appearances, she actually feels like she has to work harder in the ring as well to like sort of back it up. Some examples she cites was she was on a show called Oni Renchan, which was like the challenge show where she does a bunch of sprints and against other celebrities, but it was like back to back 300-meter races, and then the last person gets eliminated. So she said she trained like over 100 300-meter races, which is obviously insane, and so that helped her with her in-ring. She said that the variety show, the morning talk show that she did every week on Fridays. Love it. She said that helped her with her promos a bit because, you know, there would be a lot of back and forth banter and stuff like that. And she would like reflect on some of the things she said and the responses it got from the audience and stuff like that. She also said, which I thought was kind of interesting, about, you know, turning heel. So she said that when she was on the Ranchan show, she like broke down because she went through so much training with the sprints, and she showed her real self. I think that was kind of like a viral clip of like her crying or something. And she said it got such a big reaction that she thought a lot about it. And now she kind of decides what side she wants to bring out depending on the situation. She said that the fact she's a heel kind of lets her be more free in showing herself. She described it, I think the quote was like breaking her shell in a way.
That was very interesting to me. Like that was very unusual. Like that sounded either it's unusually like shooty or like pulling back the curtain for like a Japanese wrestler in Shupro. Or it very clearly, if this was like more in kayfabe sense, she basically just said that she knows that like good is still inside her, and when she's too exhausted, it can get out or something. So she's either in kayfabe very very aware that she's not actually like evil inside completely, or that was just a total like shoot comment. But that I was surprised by that.
One thing I've noticed is, so you know how people say like, you know, 99% of the time Japanese wrestlers are in kayfabe or in character and blah, blah, blah. One of the things I have noticed is that they freely use like the word, you know, heels and babies, right? They use that a lot in these publications. They don't like shy away from the fact that there are bad guys and good guys. They talk about it all the time. So when it comes to talking specifically about like heel and babyface stuff, some of the comments can be real, I think. But if it's just like other stuff, do you remember the shit about Saya Kamitani and Taro Okada? Like, you know, they were complaining about not getting the match for the build for Momo.
Yeah.
That stuff is obviously fucking kayfabe. But I think some of the heel babyface stuff could be, it's like blurring the line a lot. So I kind of think there's some truth to it where she's saying she just kind of chooses, you know, which sort of side to be in. And it's sort of like justifying why she's not really a heel on those variety shows as well. Kind of made sense to me. I don't think she's like...
It did make sense, definitely.
Yeah. Because the interviewer basically said... the interviewer was like, you know, when people turn heel, they're allowed to be themselves a bit more and they get more support like Tetsuya Naito. And then she said that she noticed when she was saying something that she didn't believe in or that was fake, it didn't land so well. So she's trying to like be a bit more herself. So... I don't think she's saying like the Saya Sama character or whatever is herself. I think she's just saying that she's more relaxed when she's able to like freely go in between being like a super heel hate cartoon version and then what she's like on the variety TV shows. It's like that character is like her sassy side, I guess is how I see it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Then she spoke a bit about Sariano. She was like, Saori felt special when she joined Stardom because, you know, she had this outsider cool aura. She even had a Shoe Pro cover when she signed with Stardom. And Saya said that now Saori never speaks about how she actually feels. So she thinks that like the aura has died down with Sariano. So that's like this is obviously now the storyline aspect, right? So these are the comments where they're obviously working. And whenever you see a comment like this, like talking about like a colleague or something like that, like I'm pretty sure like not 100% of those comments are worked. It's just like the heel babyface ones. I think there is some like line blur in there. And she also said that she thinks Saori can take Tam's spot on the babyface side as well. Which so now that is like that's what I mean by line blurring. When Japanese wrestlers talk about alignments, that's when they can actually to give you some of their real opinion, I guess.
That was interesting, yeah.
And then she said
it was also interesting that they called it like the balance was off.
Yes.
I guess in Cosmic Angels ever since Tam left. And I agree with that, definitely. But
yeah.
Saya saying so like straightforwardly that Saori could take like her place if she grabs the moment on December 29th or whatever she said.
Yeah, I think there are some real elements that like Saya probably actually believes that, to be honest. And then she repeated that she wants to go for the Tokyo Dome. So we know that is a goal of theirs. Stardom want to do a Tokyo Dome show. They brought in Fuwa-chan, obviously the A-list celebrity, And I think part of their goal is they want to put Fuwa-chan in a big match and go to the Tokyo Dome. So I would not be surprised if that happens within the next few years.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any other thoughts on the Saya interview? That was basically it.
No. Yeah.
Cool. And
was fun.
And then we had a Suri and Julia feature, which was pretty interesting because I'm fully worked on Suri, as in I have no idea what the fuck is real anymore. I'm truly lost. I'm in a vortex. She has worked me, so I'm done guessing. It basically started off with Suri thanking Julia because Julia writes a weekly column in ShuPro. So she always comments on things that are happening in Japanese wrestling. So 1 week, Julia was speaking about Suri getting booed. She was basically telling Suri to just, push through with it. And Suri started this interview thanking Julia for that column. And then Julia basically replied, when people boo in WWE, it's normally just entertainment. They're booing at the character. But with Suri, Julia thought that people were actually mad. And then Suri responded saying she felt like her life was in danger. So, one, it's text, so who knows what the body language and if she was joking or anything like that. She could obviously be joking. And I do have the Japanese text as well, and I ran it through multiple different translators. But that is the wording she said. So anyway, read into that what you want. Then do you have any thoughts on that, I guess, before I continue more?
I mean, it's hard to parse.
It's really hard
exactly
to parse.
That is meant. But I mean, it was my hypothesis at one point for why she turned down the heat a bit. So maybe I'm vindicated in that. I don't know.
Yeah. And then she went on to say that she was just saying what she thought and she wasn't trying to provoke anyone. But she does say that she's not in Stardom to play nice. Everyone in Stardom is the enemy. And she said, this is exactly what I wanted to do, a real clash of emotions. So...
yeah.
She still obviously wants to play the heel, right? I was like, why would you say something like that?
Yeah, it's just that is kind of obviously like her being a bullshitter, right?
Yes, exactly.
I didn't actually want to offend anyone with my comments, when she was just fucking shitting on Stardom for half a year. Exactly. In every single interview, it's yeah.
Yeah, she's obviously working there. So the part about her life being in danger is the one where I'm not sure if that's blurring the lines a bit, or if she's, because the other way you could read that is she's trying to out psych you, like reverse psychology in a way, almost goad people into booing her. You know how when a heel is don't boo me, that makes me really upset, that makes me cry, when a heel does that, and it makes you boo them more. I don't know if she's doing a take on that or not, and I'm not sure I'll ever find out, to be honest. So then they spoke about struggling in WWE and how WWE turned Suri into a high school girl character, and she didn't want to do it, but she buckled down and told herself to do it because she went all the way to America. They spoke about Julia's run so far, and Julia said, I've got Nakamura-san to help me, blah, 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 blah. Julia said she reached out to Suri after the Konami match, which I assume is the 5-star match. So that's how they, I guess, kept contact. I guess they just texted each other.
Yeah.
And then Suri said she wants to fight Saya Kamitani. So once again, she explicitly named Saya as someone she wants to face. So that hasn't gone away. Because I know that there was one theory that the whole IWGP Women's title shenanigans was because Suri didn't want to eat a pin to Saya at her big show. I don't think that's the case. But then and then Suri and Julia said they want to face each other at some point, and that was it.
Yeah.
Got anything?
Yeah, it was a very interesting interview. I didn't expect her to be this open about how essentially shitty she thought her role in WWE was, I guess. But I kind of popped reading that, so that was good. Other than that,
cool. Yeah. And then, just some extra tidbits as well. Julia also wrote her weekly column, and she spoke up Fuwa-chan. And I think the funny thing is that Julia was saying that She basically said, if I was in the same promotion that Fu Chen joined, I would be panicking, thinking it's trouble. And the context was about Fu Chen being so popular that she could like throw a wrench in the works because she might get pushed over other people and stuff like that. So that's the context which Julia was saying. If I was in a promotion with her, I'd be a bit worried that she might destroy some of the storylines that were already existing and stuff like that. Which probably is, I think that's like a legitimate criticism of like bringing in celebrities, or you have to do it, but
because she's gonna get like a
giga push,
super push or something. Yeah, maybe.
So I kind of agree with that. But I also agree that STARDOM have to do it. But she also said that Fu Chan is born for pro wrestling, and sometimes you need that kind of controversy, which I agree with that as well. And that's it.
Awesome.
Shall we? Go on.
Yeah, I thought about something just now, because you, going back a bit, sorry, maybe I'm gonna cut this in at the previous point or whatever, because we were like talking about like Tam Nakano's Hall of Fame case, right?
Yeah.
And I said like maybe I'm rating her in-ring higher than like others do.
Yeah.
But then I thought about, what if we, like, this is Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we ask him directly who he rates higher? So,
are you about to use one rating?
Would you guess?
Yeah, you are.
What Tom's 3 highest ratings in the Wrestling Observer
are? You mean her highest rated matches?
Yeah, or how many stars she got in her 3 highest ones?
5.25, right? 5.25, 5. I don't know what the third one is. 4 point. Oh wait, 5, right?
Also 5.
Yeah, the artist match.
Yes. What do you think EOs are?
Okay, all right, buddy. Okay. Relax. Okay, we're gonna have some problems, Tim, if you keep coming after Io Shirai. Because he used to rate like, it was so ridiculous. Some of the ratings he gave, like, you're telling me
they are in the same time frame.
No.
EO's highest ones.
Oh, you're talking about Io Sky. Sorry, not Io Shirai.
Yeah, in this case.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Io. What is it, like 5 stars for the Bianca 3-way? 4.75 for the Rhea Ripley? I don't fucking remember.
Yeah. He gave 4 3/4 to Utami and 4 3/4 to Naomi and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, okay.
And the Mayu Iwatani match from 2016 had 4.5.
Yeah, but that is just fake news.
But like, let's go consensus then. Cage match. Highest Io Shirai is 9.57, then 9.50, 9.48. For Tom, we got 9.54, 9.36, 9.18.
Let's go.
So yeah, I think it's comparable, right?
Yeah. It is.
So I think that's basically a slam dunk then. If you vote Io, then Tam must also be a vote, I say.
All right, Grandpa, let's take you home.
Because Tam also has the drawing, right? So she's comparable in ring. She's just as good as, if not better than Io in ring, but she has like 3 of the top 5 Stardom main events on the 3 of the top 5 Stardom drawn houses. I think the top 3. No, I think 3 of the top 4, maybe even. Not sure. Also depends on if you count the ridiculously fake one from like 2013 or whatever.
Guys, I've broken Tim.
So, I'm good. I'm done. Okay, we can.
Okay, should we talk Sendai Girls?
Right. So we called an audible today. We didn't go with like we pulled Sendai Girls out of the indie zone for this week. Indie zone, because it was a very special Sendai Girls show. It was Chihiro Hashimoto's 10th anniversary. Should we go through it?
Yeah, did you know we're currently on track for a 4-hour podcast? We are 25 minutes behind schedule.
We are.
All right, let's.
Yeah.
Should I go with this? Let me start. Since technically indie zone,
Yeah.
So the first thing I want to say, there is some huge news from this show that I don't know why other people, well, they've mentioned it, but they should be making a way bigger deal out of it. Sendai Girls drew over 1,500 for this show, like legit. The balcony was packed.
Wasn't it? Yeah. Balcony packed usually means like 1/6 or
It does,
even, right?
but I definitely saw some empty orange seats. I don't know why. I don't know if people...
I mean, people are going on the toilet sometimes or whatever.
It seemed
to get a drink.
Yeah, it seemed a few more... I don't know if, like, is balcony... You still have to pay for... I don't know what the ticket pricing is for a balcony compared to a seat.
I always thought, like, they only open balcony when the orange seats are fully sold out.
Okay, but...
I mean, maybe some people bought tickets and couldn't make it. That's also...
Yeah, so... I'm only saying 1,500 to be safe, but the balcony was open.
Yes.
And normally when the balcony is open, it means 1,600 plus. But it was legit. I mean, I saw it with my own eyes. That's a full house, okay? You don't draw that many people for a random show. I mean, Sendai Girls have been doing around 1,000 to 1,100 on their other Korokens. If I'm looking at the card and what was the reason for this massive crowd, it was like 100% Hashimoto and Suri, right? So it was either Hashimoto herself to celebrate her anniversary, or it was the main event. So we'll talk about it after, but either way, I will be talking a lot about Suri's Wrestler of the Year case. But yeah, this number was an insane draw. I think I'm pretty sure it's beaten any New Japan number at Korakuen Hall this year, or it'll be close, like within like 10 or 20 or something like that. The only people that have drawn more probably is like Stardom and Noah, maybe. I think Noah's had like one or two full balcony shows. But anyway, insane achievement for a promotion of Sendai Girls size. So
I thought about this as well, and I actually wanted to make a different point from that.
Yeah.
Did you hear everybody's favorite person, Chris Jericho, on his podcast
this motherfucker
said that the TNA Bound for Glory crowd, they looked like the second biggest promotion in the world on that night.
Does he know, like...
So,
okay.
I was thinking about this, right?
You're rage baiting me.
I was thinking about where would TNA rank in the world, actually. If we didn't take only the one outlier, but like the median attendance. Did you see pictures from TNA's last TV tapings?
No, but I'm going to guess they had like less than 100 people.
It looked a lot more depressing than a Sendai Pit on average looks. Yeah. I'm going to say that. So I thought if we took the median attendance, where would TNA be? It would be like below WWE, AEW, CMML, Stardom, New Japan, I guess Noah. And my hot take on this one is maybe Sendai Girls is a bigger promotion attendance-wise this year than TNA has been.
I don't think that's a hot take. I mean, they drew like, 3,000 people?
They do a couple of 3,000 houses regularly, yeah.
3,000 in August and like 2,000 plus at least in September. So
Yeah. And they also had like the other, I mean, that was obviously the Meiko retirement show, but that was also a huge Korakuen house. But I mean, the other guys had like the Dudley Boys retirement show, so that's comparable.
Wait,
right?
They're retired now?
I thought that was their last match or something.
Thank fuck, Jesus. I thought it would never happen.
So that's not really a point you can make against like Sendai Girls. With Marigold, I'm not sure. I think actually Sendai Girls has drawn more attendance this year than Marigold maybe, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's probably true.
But the median from Marigold might still be higher than TNA, actually.
Actually, Marigold run way more shows. Wait, yeah, if we're talking medians, I would believe that the Sendai Girls median is higher than Marigold. But obviously, total attendance, Marigold would beat Sendai Girls out.
Yeah, total attendance is another. Yeah, Dragon Gate is higher than TNA, I'm pretty sure.
I think
Rev Pro, I'm not sure.
I'm thinking about All Japan. I'm not even memeing. I think All Japan might outdraw TNA.
Yeah. So do they even crack the top 10 is what I'm wondering now.
I don't think so, but you know, I mean, it's Chris fucking Jericho.
You love the guy now.
Doesn't
everybody love him?
Oh, yeah, I fucking hate Chris Jericho. Okay, that's okay.
Oh, really?
That's a strong word. That's a strong word.
I misjudged you then. I'm sorry.
Wait, you thought I was a Chris Jericho fan?
For some reason, I had you. Yeah.
No, I'm an MJF fan, Tim. Get it correct.
Oh shit! Yeah, maybe that's what I was confusing it.
Okay, I'm not an MJF fan. He entertains me sometimes. Don't shoot me, people.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you got to be careful with your Jericho takes too. People are sensitive
about Jericho. I mean, he was really important for AEW, but that doesn't mean I have to like the character, right? I mean, his character's been straight butt cheeks for the past few years, right? Or at least for the past year.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was just my little discussion. I wanna incorporate these TNA news from this week.
Yeah,
that was my take on the Sendai Girls attendance anyway. So,
all right, okay, so all right, so the undercard I think was good. I got the impression that they were holding back actually to. I don't want to say they were sandbagging, but I think on some Japanese shows, the undercard is deliberately booked or built in a way to ensure that the main event can shine. I don't think it's like AEW where they just tell people to like, hey, just go fucking nuts and who cares, have an insane opener and stuff like that. I think it works a bit different on a lot of Japanese shows. And what gave it away to me, 100% was the semi-main event where they went. I was
just gonna say,
where they went like 11 minutes. You can't look at that match and tell me they went hard. They go harder than that on house shows. I mean, they literally had a 20-minute draw, the house show before this Korakuen Hall, but it was with Dash Chisako instead of Takumi Iroha. Like the other three people were exactly the same, and they went 20-minute time to draw, and now they're doing 11 minutes. So I think the undercard
went super hard.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they limited the undercard a bit. I'm not saying the undercard was bad, but it was like the floor of like what you could expect from the talent that was booked on the undercard.
It's true. I feel like the undercard was just there to be like a feel-good, fun time.
Exactly.
And the main event was there to go fucking hard.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Excellent match. Excellent pro wrestling.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right, let's go. Well, let's go match by match, but if you don't have anything, so we can go a bit quicker. So the opener was Chi and Soy versus Yuna and Yura Suzuki. I've only got one takeaway from this. I think Yura Suzuki is more ready for the junior spot than Yuna is. I mean,
she's really good. Yeah.
Yura Suzuki's super cool. I kind of compare to like Rana Yagami in a way, in the way that they wrestle. Yura Suzuki really impressed me in the Catch the Wave the tournament this year, and she was actually in the same block as Rana Yagami, and they had a match. She had a great match with Miyuki Takase. I just had to remember who was she had a great match with Takase that was like, oh, Yura Suzuki's quite good. That was the match that I kind of turned on her. Yuna is just... I mean, come on. It's been like 2 years. And so the thing about Yuna is, okay, mentally she's on my probation list, okay? Like, I just want to see her grab a match by the neck and take over. I have not seen her have a great match yet. There are a lot of like solid to good matches there. I think she had a good match with Ai Sakura, but none that like stick out in my memory except from that. But she's no longer a rookie. Like, she needs to stop wrestling like a rookie.
Yeah. I don't know if she's the kind of wrestler who can do that, honestly.
Yes, and that's why she might drown on some of these cards when you have fucking like, Senko Akatsuki, Yura Suzuki, and Chi. She's on the same card as people like this.
No, that's true. I agree.
But yeah, I've got nothing on the match. It was quite standard, to be honest.
Yeah, not really, no. The only thing, like, I was really impressed. I was impressed, like last episode or 2 episodes ago, can't remember, was when I kind of dissed Suzuki for her gear, but I was impressed with her back then as well in the ring, and this time just as much. So yeah, she's really good actually. Hope to see more of her. Soy was in the match too, and she got actually pinned. No, Yuna pinned Soy. Yeah.
Okay. That's not where I thought you were going with that.
Soy was funny at the start. She did like the Barbie mimics from Chi because she made the entrance together with Chi. That was like the most contrasting thing I've ever seen. Like Soy acting like Barbie.
Tim, you realize you have a catchphrase, right? And you have to say it. Like the whole class has turned around and looked at you to say the catchphrase.
No, it's mean, bro.
But you said it.
That. Yeah, it just. I don't know.
Do you
it
not
sounded way meaner than I.
Do you not think
to.
that everything looking at that soy might suck? Just a little bit. A little sucky.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little sucky suck. Then we had the Jaja Uma tournament final. It's the wild horses. Who was the wildest horse of all the horses? Who was the hangman of the Sendai Girls Junior division? And it was between Senka Akatsuki and Spike Nishimura. So Senka won. This was a massive upset to me. So if you remember, we did our previews when the tournament was first announced, and I said it would be Spike winning with either Senka or Yuna in the finals. I didn't have Senka win in this tournament at all. I especially didn't have her winning the tournament after she beat Yuna during the tournament.
Yes.
I thought, why book her against Yuna in the tournament if Senka's going to win the tournament? that made no sense to me. Sendai Girls, I think, really struggles to put their own talent over sometimes. But I think, I heard from one of our friends it rhymes with malice. They said that Spike Nishimura, they posted a tweet that Spike Nishimura is leaving in a month. So that kind of made a bit more sense now, I guess, if she's not staying long term. Because I did assume she had got like a long-term visa. I don't know how it works in Japan, but the fact she signed with a promotion I thought would mean she could work there for a longer period of time, but apparently not.
Yeah, no, I was baffled at first, but once I learned that from our correspondent, Arisu.
Arisu.
That made a lot more sense then. And I mean, it still did make sense that Senka beat Yuna already in that tournament. Exactly. That was also something. But I mean, that's just Sendai Girls booking, I guess.
Yuna's just going to get... She's going to beat Senka, I assume. Are you
really?
Are you going to have an outside talent beat your... Actually, it's fucking Sendai Girls, right? They actually totally could do
that. They had the title on like Aya Sakura for most of that.
They could totally do that. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so that's the result. The match itself, I thought these two had really good chemistry. It didn't feel like the other Jaja Uma matches. This felt like a level above all of those. There were like a lot of really good counters to moves. There were like little things like Spike pulling like Senka's leg when Senka was going for her trademark shoulder tackles because she didn't want her to do it. I thought this match was great. The referee was fucking terrible at counting Senka's flash pin. Senka's flash pin needs two good things, okay? It needs a good ref and a good opponent that knows how to do the flash pin, or it doesn't work. It looks so stupid if you don't have one of those things. So he would like continue counting when Spike's shoulders had already left the mat. So she'd put her shoulders back down, and technically it would be a 3 count, but he had to stop. It was just weird.
There was a specific spot where I think Spike was supposed to get to the ropes, but she didn't make it in time, and so the referee just stopped counting. But also Spike's shoulders weren't on the mat anymore. So
exactly,
stopping to count was right anyway, but I think it wasn't the thing they planned for this. So it was all a weird, fucked up situation. But despite that, it was still really good.
It's just really interesting. The flash pin is a really interesting move because you sort of see which wrestlers are very good at selling. Like Takumi in the flash pin was actually pretty good. It looked great. Like Rico when she's in the pin as well. So, but whenever you put a rookie in the flash pin, it's like, okay, they have no idea how to like get the most out of this. I really liked Spike working Senka's arm over. That kind of made sense because one of Senka's big moves is the axe bomber. She's finished matches with that. And Spike does have she did train somewhat in MMA before she got into pro wrestling. So the story of the match made sense. I think I would have liked Senka to like sell it a bit more, but it also wasn't targeted that much. So I kind of don't blame her for that. And she also is kind of a rookie. So
yeah, I was kind of impressed with Spike though. She tried to do her own little like shoot pin stuff at the start, which also looked really good. So she kind of like almost like kind of tried to mimic Senka a bit.
Yeah.
And Senka was just too strong and just she couldn't keep it on. So that was hella fun. So yeah, I think Spike is really good. She's really impressive. I think these two have like the perfect, like those are like two rookies who are like at a perfect pace, I guess, in becoming great pro wrestlers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know exactly.
They have the perfect amount of skill for their stage and their careers. That's like
They're progressing well, yeah.
just excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Spike debuted in 2023 maybe, but yeah, I get your point.
Yeah, but I guess when she was on some US Shindies for like 2 years, that
Yeah.
basically doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
In this day and age, I'd say. So that's kind of
Yeah, but good match. Then we had.
yeah.
Oh, do you have any thoughts?
Senka beat her with her famous frog splash.
The froggy splash that she debuted against Takumi on the 19th of October show that we reviewed a few episodes ago. Yeah,
It's getting better though. She's still kind of weird looking, but I think she's getting more comfortable with it. I just wasn't expecting it at all, so
yeah,
it was cool.
Then we had Aja Kong versus Shinsuke Hirota versus Yu. Tim, over to you.
Yeah, I mean, I got no notes on this, but Shin Sakura Hirota, she had like a great Hashimoto cosplay, which was fun, and it was kind of like whatever. They both pinned her at once. In the end, I think there was some weirdness because like I think Yu should have gotten the pin, but like Aja Kong was declared the winner anyway, and it was strange. But what were your thoughts on it?
You could not pay me enough money to have thoughts on this match.
All right, let's move on.
Then we had Ai Sakura and Natsupoi versus Miya Momono and Yurika Oka. This was a great match, obviously.
Yeah.
So Poi and Mio were fucking great.
Oh my god.
They were so good together. They're two of the absolute best. It was funny, Poi almost failed the kip up at the end of the sequence, which was funny at the start. They had not faced each other since 2018 in Marvelous was the last time they faced off against each other. Yeah, I just loved all of those sequences that they had with each other.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely the highlight of this match. Like, Mio and Natsupoi were just fucking amazing together. They have amazing chemistry. They need to have a big match. I don't know. Somewhere.
It would have to be Sendai Girls, unfortunately. Because, like, I mean, Marvelous and Stardom don't really. They're not in the same universes, unfortunately.
Do you not think that Marvelous is already a subsidy of Stardom?
What crossovers have they had at all recently?
I don't know. I just read some.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking insane.
I think the craziest person on the internet. I guess, wait, who did FWC face the other night on Friday?
Yeah, that was Friday. That was fucking Friday Night Gacha. Okay, yes. FWC.
Maybe that's enough for some people to say, whip, that's a Stardom wrestler against a Marvelous wrestler. It's over.
Kill me. I think Bob Momo Banana are very underrated for incorporating comedy into their matches. I think so. They're known for obviously being a super like high speed, boom 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 tag team, like one of the best in the world at doing that. But they're also very good at just being entertaining. So like here they slipped up Poi with Yurika's banana hat,
so
like
good.
using it like a Mario Kart banana peel. So I love that.
Yeah.
The other thing I Poi's jackknife pin.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's gonna step on someone's head one day. I don't know if you know, it's so fucking close. Like when she like jumps over the person into the jackknife, man, her feet are so fucking close to the opponent's head. It's scary. I mean, I guess that's why it's good. And then Poi won with the fairy in ring. Yeah. Would any other thoughts on this match apart from it was great?
Not really. No, it was awesome.
Cool.
And it was great.
Yeah, they obviously didn't get a lot of time because, like I said, the undercard was, again, most of these matches were like the absolute floor of what you would expect from these people. So, really good match, but they could obviously do a lot more with a lot more time. So, it was just there to have fun, be entertaining, and that was it. Then we had a announcement from Manami, who has been out injured with a broken nose, something to do with her nose. She got injured in her tag team title match against Team 200 kg, like maybe a month ago or something, and she was awesome in that match. I know she's been wrestling for 8 years now. She's only 20, but it does feel like she stepped up this year. To be honest, I loved her in that tag title match. So I'm hopeful and looking forward to seeing her back.
Yes, same. Did she just announce that she was gonna come back soon?
I assume so, yeah. I didn't even bother looking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's hope for the best. Let's hope she can make it back soon.
And then we had Maria versus Dash Chisako in a singles match. So I'm on the record for, I've already said multiple times how I feel about Maria. The TLDR or TLDL. She's just really struggled during the heel run, I think. She can't figure out what she needs to do and when. She doesn't know when to work hard, like to put the rocket boosters on and to have a good in-ring match. Rico has absolutely not had the same issue. She knows when to work. She understands when to be a dick for heat and stuff like that, and Maria just hasn't. This was meant to be like a big spot for Maria, to be honest, like a singles match on packed-out Korakuen Hall against Dash Chisako as well, who was obviously a top Sendai Girls talent. Obviously, I had no doubt who was losing, but I felt like if Maria wasn't going to show up here, it's Jova, as the kids say. She did have yeah, go on.
No, just do you think that was like her last shot to make it?
Well, I'm saying for me, obviously, for my personal enjoyment of the Maria heel character. It's a singles match in an external promotion, like. You got to have a good match, and I thought this match was just completely fine. It feels like Maria is... I don't want to use the word, but it does feel like she's a bit of a geek, to be honest. Her heel character, I mean. It's just... I can't take it seriously anymore. Whereas Rico has forced me to take her character more seriously because she has had some really fucking good performances.
I mean, if she wasn't a geek before this match, she definitely is one now.
Yeah... I mean,
Dash lifted her head up before the referee.
She did, yeah. She lifted her head up.
Just killed her.
Okay, her again. No, that wasn't. Sorry, okay, that wasn't even it. She lifted her head up after she hit Excalibur, which is Maria's own fucking move. So she hits Maria's finisher on her, and then lifts her head up, and then hits her own finisher, the hormone splash, for the win.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening to Maria? I don't get it.
It was a complete geeking out. It was crazy. Kind of a burial. I don't know.
The thing is, she's like, burial. She's being geeked on Marvelous shows as well. She's a total undercard comedy character on every Marvelous show. So I don't know where she thinks the end goal is, and if she thinks she's doing better than what she was doing as a babyface, because she definitely isn't.
Maybe she made herself like unpopular with people backstage or something.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right. Yeah, the match was just fine. I've got no more notes on this. Do you?
No. I mean, Maria does this like beauty gimmick where she has like this little mirror and a comb, and I don't know. It wasn't I still think Maria can go, and I think she showed it in the Marigold match, for example. But where she lost the tag titles.
Yeah, that match, yeah.
But this wasn't. It just didn't feel like she cared much about this one, and she got geeked the fuck out at the end, and that was it.
Yep. And then we had Red Energy, Miko Iwata and Miyuki Takase against Takumi Iroha and Veni. I've kind of already spoken a bit about this. It was an 11-minute match. This was about the bare minimum you'd expect from these four, but because it's the bare minimum you expect from these four, it was fucking good because it's Red Energy, who are. Yeah. They had a red hot start to the year. I thought I was going to vote them for Tag Team of the Year. I mean, I still might. But they definitely called off for a bit when Iwata was chasing for the Sendai Girls World title. But since they've been back together again, they've been firing on all cylinders. Two of Red Energy's 4 great matches since dropping the titles have been against Veni as well. So they have really good chemistry with Veni. This match was great.
I think shit. I must have made a mistake here in my notes. I think I got this wrong. It says Mika Iwata lost the match.
she did. I actually... Okay, so they can't pin Takumi, because obviously she's a fucking double champion in her own promotion. Why is Veni unpinnable? I don't know if she maybe negotiates something when she gets booked.
She's a good politica, maybe, yeah.
Because it's not even like Red Energy have the titles, so this doesn't even set anything up. Unless they're like doing a singles match or something. Anyway. I mean, we could talk for hours about Miko Iwata's booking, couldn't we? So Yeah, but I thought this match was
funny every time now.
Yeah, it is. The crowd was super hot for Iwata as well. They were like loud Iwata chants to start the match. Even Venny was like so bored of the crowd chanting, like for Iwata. Like you could see she was like slumping over. I loved her reaction to that. I love Venny, man.
Yeah.
Do you know I love Venny?
Good. I think I suspected it.
You suspected it, yeah. I do love Venny.
Yeah.
Venny's my favorite wrestler.
Kinda.
Some other spots, I guess. You're gone.
But that's the thing, right? Like everybody loves Mika Iwata. Like I haven't heard of a single person who doesn't think Mika Iwata is fucking great. It's almost like a test. It's almost like fucking Meiko is and whoever else is booking the promotion. It almost feels like they wanna just see how far can they go in geeking her out until she loses people.
Well, you know what the main problem is?
What I mean?
Well, the main problem is she's literally the same era of Chihiro Hashimoto. Like, if Hashimoto wasn't a thing, I think Mika Iwata would be booked way differently.
Yeah. I kind of think maybe it's like Mika Iwata took like some time off, right? She was basically already retired and then came back.
Yeah, because
she
had a neck injury and she was going to retire, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of suspect or believe that when wrestlers do that in Japan, then they're just not getting booked strongly anymore if they come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think it's happened in Stardom too with a couple of people. I think Saya Ida was a similar case, and I mean Konami's booked strongly now. She was a similar case. I don't know. But I suspect that there's something to that like either bookers lose the trust in them or whatever, they think they could like retire at any moment again, so maybe they don't want to book them strong. Something like that. It's just a suspicion I have, so whatever.
Yep. Some spots I guess in this match. Venny's fucking moonsault is absolutely insane. Where she aims to land on her feet from the top of the turnbuckle to the outside of the ring.
To the outside, yeah.
And it's not just in this match. She basically almost always lands on her feet, but sometimes like the wrestlers break her fall. This time there was no such breaking of the fall, and she just landed on her feet like a cat. So that is gonna hurt her ankles a lot. But I mean, it did look awesome, I guess. One of us, what I guess I want to also Venny like dodging Iwata's buzzsaw kick into a powerbomb. I thought was fucking great, and then Iwata immediately ran the ropes and then hit Venny with a running kick. Venny did this. I don't know if I've seen it before. She did like some sort of brain buster before her moonsault for the win.
Yeah, it was like a Northern Lights bomb almost, right?
Oh, is that what? Yeah. It was. She hooked the leg and did a. Is it not a fisherman?
It was
buster?
like a weird mix of. Sorry,
is it not a fisherman buster?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird mix of like a brainbuster, fisherman. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen her do it before, but maybe I'm just not paying enough attention. Maybe it's just one of those more rare moves that she does. But she did that before hitting the moonsault for the win.
I did also call it a sideways brainbuster, but then afterwards I thought that was basically a Northern Lights bomb, kinda. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Cool. Anything else on that?
I mean, you hit all the most important spots. It was a really cool match. A lot of fun. Venny is always great. Everyone in there is always great. So,
yeah.
But what can you say?
All right.
There was one big Takumi roll-up German. That was crazy.
Oh, yeah. She does a move where she has someone like in a leg roll clutch or something, and then the other teammate comes to lariat her, and then she dodges it and then puts them in a German. So it's like a German suplex.
Yeah, that one. Exactly. Yeah,
so it's a German suplex while pinning someone else in like a European clutch, which is awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a very cool move.
All right, I'm going to give you the stage for this one. No. You just go off now.
I don't. No. Okay, then in the main event, guys. In the main event,
you told me you wanted to go off. I'm sorry.
Well, I also don't want to rant for half an hour, so I'm going to see how I want to do this. Like maybe I'll make it more into more back and forth. I have.
Okay, let me maybe just throw something in real quick then. Okay.
Okay. I do want to give the background of the story before we talk about the match.
All right, just do that then.
Okay, fine. Okay. All right. So, First of all, actually, just to get it out of the way, I think we are numb to the greatness of these two wrestlers. It was Suri and Chihiro Hashimoto in the main event. They were wrestling for, Chihiro Hashimoto's 10th anniversary. But just real quick, and then I'll talk about the background because I just have to get it off my chest. If two average wrestlers pulled out this match, I think we'd be calling it a match of the year contender easily. But because it's Suri and Hashimoto, it's just another Tuesday for them, and it won't be remembered in the same vein. I think that these are two wrestlers that suffer from their success completely. The match was amazing. It was one of my favorites of the year. I'll talk more about it after we go through the match. But here's the background for the story. Some of this is in my write-up in the newsletter that will come out as well, but I just wanted to provide this for everyone else, on the fence listeners or anything like that. So I think Suri and Hashimoto have one of the best rivalries in modern Joshi. We know they're great wrestlers and we can expect a great match out of them, but I think what's less spoken about is their history. I think if you were to ask either one who their fiercest rival is, I would bet that they would name each other. Their rivalry started when Suri was a prodigy, basically, in Diana. Everyone knew that Suri was good in Diana, towards 16, 17, 18, 2017, 18. They booked Suri and Hashimoto to go 30 minutes in a singles match in their first ever encounter in 2018. They then faced each other 24 times in the subsequent 2 years before Suri left for WWE. So they had a 30-minute time limit draw, and then they just faced each other non-stop in tag matches for 2 years, and also some singles matches. So since returning from the WWE, Suri launched her own produce show, Suriism, largely off of the back of the feud with Hashimoto. She faced her in a great singles match at Chapter 1, an even better singles match in Chapter 3, in one of the best Joshi tags in modern Joshi history in Chapter 5, still one of my favourite matches ever. And since Chapter 5, which was in September 2024, they've sort of just teased having an epic battle. So like they've skirmished here and there in tag matches. They had a 30-minute time limit draw in August of this year in Marvelous's main event. The match wasn't really centered around Suri and Hashimoto, to be honest. I watched that match and I was like, okay, they kind of just did too much here. And it wasn't even Suri and Hashimoto who kind of sat things out. They decided to pick up their rivalry again last week, 2 weeks ago now, at Chapter 9 of Suriism in a tag match where it was Hashimoto and Natsupoi versus Suri and Suzu Suzuki. And we discussed that episode last week, so I'm not going to go over that. But the point is, their rivalry is entirely competitive. It is literally the classic storyline trope of this town isn't big enough for the both of us. That is their entire rivalry. It's the only reason they don't get on. There's no blood feud or some dumb other reason. It's fuck you, I'm better than you. That's it. And they go back and forth. They both have an ego. They both have an old school attitude to wrestling, and it shows through their wrestling as well. The score coming into this match was 3-2 to Hashimoto in singles matches. So it was a chance for Suri to level things out. And Suri is fiercely driven to prove that she's better than Hashimoto. So that's the backstory. Now, do you want to go through the match?
I mean, I can go through the match. I wanted to mention something real quick because I was like, I had a same feeling like I don't know how do we structure this?
Well, we can either
maybe we can just go through the match first.
We can talk about what we felt about the match and then go through the match at the same time, or we can go through the match and then talk about our thoughts. I don't know which is better.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention first that my thoughts. I rewatched this match today.
Yeah.
And my thoughts shifted during my rewatch, so I want to maybe take this before.
So let's talk about thoughts then before we go through the match.
Yeah. So essentially, something I've read a lot on the internet about this match. I basically, by the way, I totally agree with your point. I was gonna make the same point essentially, that these two, the level at which these two wrestle is so high that people, I don't know, they rate it differently, this is the floor of this match is 4.5.
It's graded on
basically,
a curve. That's the saying, right?
Exactly, yeah. And that's too bad in a way. So when I watched it the first time, right, when it was over immediately, spoiler, Chihiro pins Suri with a delayed German. What does she call it? The
Albright.
Albright, right?
Named after Gary Albright.
Yeah. And it felt in the moment a bit abrupt because like Sari killed Hashimoto essentially with like 9 Uranagis or something. I didn't count. Maybe it was more like 6, 7. And Hashimoto essentially gets her with a single Albright. At first, and I read a lot. This is a complaint I read a lot about this match, right? That the finish was too soft or too abrupt. That it didn't fit the rest of the match or like what preceded it. But as I watched this today again, it all kind of like clicked way more for me, you know, like the finishing sequence.
I thought you were going to go the other way because you told me, hey, I've rewatched the match. I've changed my mind on this match. I was like, oh man, I'm about to ditch my podcast host.
Nah, I think I just got it this time when I watched it, like why it worked. And like just Sari was so brilliant too in the finish, like the way she just went like, what do you call it? She went like almost lifeless when like Hashimoto had her in the grip for the like German, like almost as if like Chihiro just pressed the life out of her before dropping her on her neck and pinning her. So it worked really well on my second match when I was just like able to focus more on some like details, you know. So I think that's important. That's a match. That's a grower of a match, and it was already one of the best matches. I was gonna say, like, this was a top 10 match for me, probably. Like, I have this one spot where it's either Chihiro Hashimoto and Mika Ibata or this one, you know. But the more that I think about it, I think it's this one. Although I did really love that Iwata match too. Maybe I just have to fit both in there. I don't know.
We're going to do Match of the Year talk after, right? Awards talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
It is in my top 5 for the year out of 6,000 plus matches. Okay. So I didn't tell you exactly how high I was in this match. This is, I don't normally say star ratings. This is a full 5 stars for me. It's only my third 5 stars. No, 4th of the year. Tamsaya 2, Mio Shoko from 17th of August, and Cerise Yuri 2. And this is my 4th. And I'll talk about why, but yeah. Can I just also jump on the... Yeah, I do want to jump on the back of what you said about the finish. I didn't even notice that was going to be a thing that people spoke about when I was watching the moment, because it felt perfect to me when I was watching it. So, why I think it's the perfect finish, or why Sari acted the way she did. Okay. What I love about this rivalry is Hashimoto is the one single person on the entire planet who Sari's character is emotionally vulnerable to. Sari does not act this way with any other opponent. Did you see the post-match?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. So in the post-match, Hashimoto is in complete tears. She said she wanted to shit-talk Sari, but she can't because Sari is apparently too strong. She said, for my 10th anniversary, there was never anyone but you. I mean, I wanted to fucking cry when I read the transcript. But she also said that, you know, she'll fire up women's wrestling with Sari, which is obviously the usual thing to say. But she said, we'll fire up women's wrestling so that we don't take a backseat to stardom, which I love. Competitive rivalries between promotions is awesome. Sari was actually very nice in her response. She acknowledged defeat and thanked Hashimoto for fighting her. And then Hashimoto responded, okay, that was very unlike Sari. I'm worried about tomorrow's weather now. So the point is, Sari is a completely different person with Hashimoto. This rivalry unlocks something different in Sari. And I thought, well, it's because of the history that the two share and the fact that they're like almost equal competitively in the ring. So with that backdrop, I thought this match worked perfectly to put that over, that Sari treats this differently. Sari was almost frantic. She was desperate in all of her movement. So we'll talk about some spots, but like think about the way she ran into the ring after the dragon screw. She wanted to yank Hashimoto's leg off. She was not toying with her food like she normally does. She was not laughing. She was not smiling as she dished out the punishment. She was doing the thing she was doing because she needed to. not because she wanted to. She needed to prove that she was better than Hashimoto. They're now like 4-2 in singles now. So it's one extra, it's, now Hashimoto is even better. So this was Sarie's chance to even it up. And she was the underdog here. She knew she was the underdog, but she fought like the dominant wrestler because she knows she's the underdog. She knows that, if she doesn't like puff her chest out and pretend she's stronger than she actually is, then Hashimoto will dispatch her otherwise. It was, like a puppy that starts barking, because they know they're a puppy, but they're barking to like, you pretend you're stronger than you are when you're against a legitimate threat. So with that backstory, I thought this match was absolute and utter perfection. Hashimoto's portrayal of the dominant champion who was under siege was beautiful. She needed only a few openings to claw back and take advantage and fully wrench the door open. And once Sarie realized that she had given Hashimoto that opening, she fucking panicked. And she did a running shoot headbutt, and it cost her the match. Sarie doesn't do running shoot headbutts. She looks at you in the face and then she headbutts you. But she did the running one because she was fucking panicked here. And when she got caught by Hashimoto, because it did more damage to Sarie than Hashimoto, and Hashimoto caught her in the German suplex, Sarie knew it was fucking game over. She didn't even fight it. She had thrown everything at Hashimoto, and it still wasn't enough. She was dejected. It was defeat. And before you say, like, Sarie's a super strong character, she doesn't feel dejection. She's different with Hashimoto. You saw it with her desperation during this match. So that's why I thought this finish was sick. And now we can talk about the other parts of the match.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was just, I guess, like, Chihiro kicked out of the wrist clutch Uranage, right? Which is like...
And that was crazy.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen that.
No, I went nuts at that. I don't know why people haven't mentioned that as a huge thing as well. The wrist clutch Uranage is the protected move of Sarie. She did 5 Uranages before that. It doesn't fucking matter about the Uranages. Like, that's like a Young Buck super kick, okay? It is not her finishing move. If you see Sarie finish with a non-wrist clutch Uranage, it's just to some fucking scrub, okay? It's to someone that doesn't really matter. She reserves the wrist clutch for her big opponents, and it wasn't enough. That is when Sarie started panicking.
I mean, that is kind of how she designed the move in a way, right?
Yes.
Or like for her, like the Uranage spam is something that is like her thing that she does and what makes it so awesome. Like the normal Uranage, like it's, I don't think.
Well, it's because people are saying that the Uranage is Sarie's finisher, so they're saying that Hashimoto kicked out 5 finishers. She did not. The Uranage is not her finisher. It's just a signature move. Like, if someone kicks out of, like I said, the Young Bucks is like 10 super kicks, are you really surprised? No.
Right.
So when Hashimoto kicked out, that's when Sarie did the running shoot headbutt.
Exactly.
Hashimoto,
she was kind of like just dejected, or she gave up at that point. Well, that was just her defeat.
She fucking panicked. Like, she did a running shoot head. She was like, "But you fucking kicked out of my wrist clutch? Well, fuck you then." And she just tries to dive into her. And when that didn't work, and Hashimoto was still on her feet and caught her in the German, that's when she was like, "There's nothing I can fucking do. There's nothing I can do. There's pictures of it, by the way. You can see pictures of Sarie's face when she's being held up in that German suplex. She knows it's fucking over for her."
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's when she's just given up. She's defeated. She's accepted defeat in a way.
That's the finish. Okay, let's go through the match now, because I've sort of explained like the story of the match and why I loved certain aspects of it. And I just want to put over, I think this is probably Sarie's best character work in a match in a long time. The other one I compare it to is maybe Syuri 2, but the only reason why I see that as different is because Sarie's character work for the Syuri match was done before the match. Like in promos and interviews, she was building up her heel character. For this match, her entire character work was inside the ring in this, I don't even know how long the match was, to be honest, but amazing character work from Sarie in portraying that panicked, different side of her, how emotionally vulnerable she was in this match compared to other times. All right, match time. First thing I want to talk about, Tim. Oh, we could talk for 2 hours about this match, but the first thing I want to talk about is the fucking grappling at the start, okay?
Yes.
The grappling was sick. Hashimoto did some really cool front flip to get the headlock position. So what I love about Hashimoto's grappling is I feel like they're almost a shoot in that they're never the same. I can't predict what move she's going to do next in like the chain wrestling. You know how some wrestlers have they're just going to do the same thing every match. It's like kind of orchestrated in how they do their grappling. Hashimoto, it just feels like she's shoot wrestling people, to be honest. I thought at one point she almost ripped Sarie's arm off because of how she transitioned into an armbar. This popped the fuck out of me just the first few minutes.
That was when Sarie immediately like scrambled to the ropes, right?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
She was like, it was so like fucking good. I do believe that's a part of it. I do believe Chihiro just goes in there and tries to out-wrestle them for real.
How could you practice this?
And sees how they can. Yeah, exactly.
So
it looks so natural and so fucking just realistic and authentic. And it looks like no other two pro wrestlers do it like this.
And I feel like this is what we were talking about, the numbness to their success. No one is grappling like that at the start of the match, but because you guys have maybe like seen it a lot of times. Sorry, I'm not talking about anyone in particular, by the way. I'm just saying you generally, maybe, I'm not talking about anyone in particular. I'm genuinely not. Sorry, that makes it sound like I am. I'm definitely not. Yes, so because people have seen it a lot, they're like, oh, it's just Hashimoto doing the grappling thing again. It's fucking awesome. Watch what she's doing, what she's actually doing with her motion. It looks like it's real. I feel like I'm watching a real wrestling match. And as I've said a million times, if you can make me believe what I'm watching is real, I'm fucking all in. So.
But it was also especially good in this one, I thought. Like, just the way she always kept position on Sarie. And Sarie, like, it's not like Sarie didn't fight back or anything. No. Sarie did she tried to cave, like, Chihiro's chest in, essentially with, like, these forearms. But, like, somehow Chihiro always kept Sarie in control. And, like, that's when she, like, out of nowhere, just fucking attacked Sarie like, I don't know, like a bear or a lion or something. And did this fucking insane armbar thing, and
it was okay.
Like, that was such a fucking sick sequence. I don't know.
This set the tone for the entire match, by the way. I've been speaking about this emotionally vulnerable, like panicky Sarie. It started with the fucking grappling. So after the grappling, Hashimoto does a Manjikatami, an octopus hold, and then she just transitions it into a gut wrench suplex, right? Which looked great. And then Sarie tried her own octopus on Hashimoto and just got swung off. That was like when Sarie is like, oh, okay, normally I'm just able to put my octopus hold and farm some cheers. And now she just got completely whacked away. And that's when she went to the forearms that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to mention in this match is the chemistry. So not just the chemistry, but they told a story of knowing each other really well. So, for example, the first part they did this was when they were running the ropes, like Hashimoto was chasing Sarie and then lariated her, and then Sarie chases Hashimoto and drop kicks her, and then Hashimoto goes for a German, but Sarie rolls through the German suplex into a foot stomp and then takes her head off with the basement drop kick. There were so many times that Sarie reversed the powerbomb from Chihiro Hashimoto. So if you don't know, there are 3 finishes for Hashimoto. It's the powerbomb, the Albright suplex, and a power slam. I forgot the name of the power slam. But those are the 3 things. The Albright suplex is the most deadly. But the powerbomb absolutely finishes matches. And Sarie reversing it so many times, I wrote a note down. I was like, that's a fucking awesome reversal. It's really cool that Sarie is reversing like that.
Right.
You want me to keep going? I can go for more, Tim. I don't know if...
I was just thinking it was something Rush related, right? Wasn't it Tom Sawyer or something?
Oh, no, you're absolutely right. It's like a Buzz Sawyer sort of, yeah.
Buzz Sawyer.
I think it's something like that, yeah.
Right, exactly. No, anyway. Yeah, I mean, you can continue. I'm not the best, like, match recapper. I basically just take notes of what I've...
that's fine. If you got something else, just say.
Yeah.
So after that...
No, you go ahead.
So after that sequence with the powerbomb reversals and Sarie sort of, like, realizing, okay, so I know how to reverse a powerbomb, but I can't do any of with the octopus hold, I can't do any of that shit. My forearms, she just hits me back just as hard. So then the fight spills out into the outside, and I knew they were going to go for an incredible match when I saw this spot. It was when Sarie does a sick-looking dragon screw on Hashimoto. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in every huge Joshi match, there is always one big spot on the apron or the outside. It's like the alarm that you're going to have a banger. I'm conditioned to think that now. I remember thinking it when I first got into Joshi and I watched Utami and Syuri in 2021, and all of their big matches had that. So after that dragon screw, Suri just goes after Hashimoto's leg brutally. She does a fucking diving double foot stomp to the leg. She cranks the nastiest leg lock you've ever seen. She did it.
So
she repeated the same leg lock again after. This is what a good submission hold looks like, guys. I go on so much about how I hate long submission holds. This looked fucking awesome. It looked brutal. Hashimoto was in agony. She was in so much agony that in a later one, she started booting Suri in the face with her other foot. It was top tier leg work. It was fucking great. Even I, a professional limb targeting hater, can get behind leg work like this. So
that's true, and it just works really well too. Like obviously, Chihiro was the star of the show. It's her anniversary, but like the crowd got so much behind Chihiro at this point when like Suri cranked that fucking knee lock in, and when Suri just entered like full fuck you mode after this dragon screw, and yeah, just amazing work from Suri.
And the fuck you mode she entered, again I have to keep repeating it, it wasn't normal Suri fuck you mode, it was I really need to beat you Suri mode, right? Like she really wanted to win, not just like, you know, just to for the sake of it to beat someone up. She was desperate. She was a fucking menace. Like there was never any wasted movements from Suri. She never stopped to stare and look at Hashimoto and, you know, just catch her breath. Like it was one of those details that Suri did that makes it look so fucking real. She just went again and again and again. If Hashimoto reached the ropes, okay, I'm just going to put the next move on you. You know, if she kicked out of her move, okay, I'm going to put the next move on you. She was just fucking relentless. There was a cool move after where, you know, Suri finally got her own octopus hold. This is like 10, 15 minutes into the match, which is normally one of her starting moves. She turned it into a cool powerbomb jackknife pin combo. It was really cool. Yeah. Then Suri tries for her flying octopus hold, and Hashimoto turned it into a powerbomb, just, you know, to catch her breath. That was
so sick.
That was awesome. So then there were just, I mean, the next part of my notes are all in caps from this point onwards. This is when all of like the powerbomb reversals came into play. They were fighting through German suplexes with fighting spirit. There was Suri goes for her first Uranage here after countering a powerbomb, but Hashimoto blocked it and then delivered a disgusting wheelbarrow suplex. Suri fights through it and she gives the Uranage finally. So this is the first Uranage. They transition into forearm battles. Every forearm in this match was disgusting. And they do open-handed smacks. Which they're just like slapping each other in the face. Then Hashimoto does 2 massive lariats to Suri, but she has to roll to the ropes to break the pin. Like every single thing I'm relaying, by the way, has been done to a crazy level. Like they've nailed all of these moves. No slip-ups, just perfectly executed. So like I'm talking about Suri kicking out of 2 lariats, but the way she does it is like rolling into the ropes. Like it's just the little details that are like, oh, she didn't just do, you know, some kick out at 2.99. No, she just like used the momentum to go to the ropes. I just love shit like that.
It's also not like those are like your standard everyday lariats.
No,
those were like the 2 most massive lariats you're ever gonna see in your life.
Exactly. When I say lariat, it's
Chihiro.
That's what I'm saying. Every single move I'm saying, just imagine it done to the top 0.001% level, because that's what every single move was executed to.
I just called them mega lariat.
Yeah. God, people are gonna mock how hard I'm going for this match. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I don't care, actually. Hashimoto went for the Albright suplex, but Suri is fighting for her fucking life, and she actually blocks the Albright suplex on this attempt. So she wriggles out. She does another Uranage. Hashimoto kicks out at 1. Okay, so Suri puts on another Uranage, the second Uranage. Then she does a third one. Then she does a 4th one, still no wrist clutch. 5th one, no wrist clutch. Hashimoto kicks out. And then that's when I'm like, I'm going crazy because, okay, normally when you get to 4 non-wrist clutches, you're in finishing territory with Suri. 5, yes. I was like, oh shit, what are they going to do with the finish here? Then she puts the wrist clutch on. I'm like, wait, is Suri fucking winning? what's going on here? Like, is she actually winning the Sendai Girls World title? Because I would have had a 0% chance. My notes are just me smashing my keyboard at this point. And then Hashimoto kicks out of the wrist clutch. So, as I mentioned, guys, this is when Sari just panics. Okay, she's done everything she possibly can. Kicked out of the wrist clutch as well. 5 Urunagis. She doesn't just do a headbutt. She runs the ropes and literally torpedoes. She torpedoes Chihiro Hashimoto in the head. Does more damage to herself than Hashimoto because Hashimoto immediately catches Sari with a delayed Albright suplex, with Sari just resigned to her fate as the worst of the two. 4-2 to Hashimoto in singles action. I don't know what more these two could give me in a match. I don't know what more they could even do. I think I heard some people say 10 more minutes. Why? This was a perfectly told story. I don't need 10 more minutes. I hate it when people are mad at others for not liking something as much as them. I think that's cringe. It's subjective. Some things will grip you, some things don't emotionally. But I don't know what one could legitimately criticize about this match. I think everything was perfect.
Yes. No, it was beautiful. Beautiful recap too. Thank you. And like I said, like technically, if you just look at it without really looking at the details and like without like checking for like the, what should I say? Just the little things they did that I only noticed really on my second watch as well. Because maybe you're just a lot more of a,
don't say it.
What's it called? Nah.
Whatever you're going to say, don't compliment me. I'm British. I don't do that. Are you going to say something like observant?
Attentive, maybe. Observant.
Oh, okay.
Viewer than most. Because I needed like 2 watches. Because at first I did kind of get it when people say Chihiro kicked out of 6 Uranagis, but needed only 1 Albright to finish Sari. Like, that's an imbalance for... You could say that if you just look at it on paper, you know, how easy, in air quotes,
context
Sari
matters.
Was done in the end. And when first I read people being like taken out by that, I did kind of get it. But when I saw, like I said, on my rewatch, I totally like loved the finish. Like, it was perfect. They shouldn't have done anything more. And yeah, just the resignation. Just Sari gave in her resignation after the wrist clutch didn't do it. She tried one fucking insane desperation move, and that was just it for her. There was nothing she could do. It was just done, and she knew it, and it was kind of beautiful in the end. I don't know. It was perfect. Great match.
Yep. Okay, well, we'll talk about awards so we can talk a bit more about where it ranks for our match of the years a bit more. So in the post-match, Hashimoto said that 4 years ago, she wrestled for the title in a crowd that was a third of what it was on her 10th anniversary. She, after the match in 4 years ago? In 2021, she said in the post-match promo that in 2 or 3 years, I'm going to sell out this place. So the Hashimoto of today said that she wants to give the Hashimoto of 4 years ago some credit because she was actually correct, which I thought was super cute. I love it. I love stories like that. And then backstage, she said that her goal is the Nippon Budokan, which, you know, I'm all for. So hopefully they can get there. Right. So yeah, overall, I thought it was a good show, but the undercard was it was entertaining. It was all good.
Right.
But the main event was outstanding. One of the best matches of the year. Now, that takes us into awards talk. So, I think we want to talk mainly about, you know, Wrestler of the Year. So that's Flair, Thez, if we're doing Wrestling Observer, and Match of the Year. So let's just start with Match of the Year because, you know, we just spoke about it. So that's the easiest one to cross off.
Yeah, you talk about those. I actually had another one in mind that I wanted to
we could talk about the third one. You're going to surprise me with that one, yeah. So for Match of the Year, like I said, I've got Tamsar at the top. It's going to be impossible for that to drop off. That match just emotionally got me in a way that no other wrestling match has ever emotionally got me before. So that's just my match of the year, and it is what it is. So below that, I've got, like as I said, Miyu Watanabe versus Shoko Nakajima on 17th of August, Cerise Yuri in June in Conversion 2, and Suri Hashimoto, what we just spoke about. So those are my top 4. And then below that, I've got like a bunch of matches all in the same group. So I'm just going to rattle them off, and I guess you can mention any, or you can do your own after. So I got Hangman Mox, Gabe Kenny, Mariah May, Tony Storm, Desperado, Jun Kasai, Suri 1, Mayu Suri, the Marigold Marvelous from Monday Magic. So that was the 6-man tag on Monday Magic episode 1. Taya Sam 1, which was in Korakuen Hall, 3rd of March. Yamato versus Masaki Mochizuki, which was 4th of June or something. Meisero Suzu Suzuki, and then Takeshita DDT 6-man from Ultimate Party on the 3rd November. So all of that is like my group of just below 5 stars, I guess. Fuck the stars. Ignore the stars. It's just below the group of Miyu Shoko, Suri 2, and Suri Hashimoto.
Right. Yeah, I haven't actually thought about match of the year that deeply yet. I mean, that's a lie. I recently actually made a little tournament bracket because I couldn't decide. Essentially, what I did was like I just stopped noting down any. Like I had the spreadsheet. My spreadsheet stopped at April 27, and I just stopped like even taking notes for other matches ever since Tamsaya, because yeah, how do you even rate other matches against it? So yeah, that's obviously my top match. Funnily enough, the first Tamsaya ended up being my other finalist in my bracket, but that was kind of a gimmick. I think realistically, like I'm maybe the outlier with like people I've seen lately. You included. You have Suri and Shuri 2.
Oh,
higher.
You're a 1 fan, right?
I'm a 1 fan. Yeah.
Well, I'm a 1 fan too. I just mean you got 1 over 2. Right?
Yeah, I'm also a 2 fan. But like 1 is like the top 3 match, and 2 is like my, I guess, 5 to 8. Yeah. Let's say 4.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 is actually my 4th. I also got like Omega and Kid up there.
Yep. I mean, you were there live
because
for that, right?
I was live in the Tokyo Dome, and it was like a one of a kind experience. Like, I guess for this one the context is a bit like what happened since then was kind of a downer for this match specifically. It shouldn't actually count.
I don't care about stuff like that
in this conversation, but it's kind of hard to ignore like where both of these are now. Yeah. But anyway, this was a one-of-a-kind thing. It should actually realistically be my number 2 after Tamsaya. So it's something like that. Tamsaya, Omega Kid, Sari Shuri, and then maybe Sari Shuri 2 also up there. It's tough, honestly. But I can see like this Hashimoto-Sari matchmaking definitely my 5 to 10. And I think I just gonna put Chihiro and Iwata in there as well, because I loved that match. I like that match really left like an imprint on me, like matches rarely do. Yeah, and maybe I'm an outlier in that as well.
No,
I haven't seen that much talk about that one as match of the year contender, but yeah. What? Sorry?
No, I would not blame anyone for having that as a match of the year contender for sure.
Yeah, an underrated one that's probably gonna be in my top 10 is Mei and Suzu from
I mentioned that in my underblock. I mean, that match is underrated. Yeah. It just is. That match, I still have maybe 4 vivid memories from that match. I'd be lucky normally to have 1 vivid memory. If I have 1 vivid memory of a match, that match is probably a match of the year contender. The fact I have 4 from that match is insane.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with the Iwata house match for me.
Yeah.
That's also like 4 or 5 things in my memory, so deeply ingrained that has to mean much. Obviously there's like others. It's too hard to count them. One underrated one is Sari Veni to me.
That would be just below the ones I mentioned. That I'm very high on that match as well. I love that match.
Yeah. Obviously Despi June, Zack Godo, Hangman Moxley.
I'm the lower guy on Zack Goto. Yeah. I think it's because I don't have the emotional connection to Goto, that's why. Because I sort of fell out of wrestling when all of that was going on. So I've also just never been a big New Japan guy. Like the match is amazing, but I just don't have the emotional connection to put it in the same category as the others for me.
With Zack Goto, it's weird, like, because I can't even really decide which one I like better.
I think the second one, so for me, without the emotional connection, the second one is a better match. But I can understand
it kind of is,
with the emotional connection to go for the first one.
Yeah. I think after watching the second one, I thought that was even better than the first one. But now, like a couple of months removed, my mind still goes back to the first one more than to the second one.
That makes sense.
Maybe that's... it's hard to tell. Anyway, that's basically, I think my top 3 kind of stands. Other than that, I'm not really decided yet, fully on the standings.
Okay, well, I think we've spoken about Match of the Year enough, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So do you want to do your mystery award, or do you want to do Flair Fez?
Yeah, I just had this thought, like, the other day, maybe I'm gonna fire off a couple of hot takes
okay?
Go for it. And I hope I don't, like, hurt anyone deeply with my opinions.
No, hurt them deeply.
Like,
fuck them.
Maybe now that I already like killed off all the WWE listeners earlier, and now I'm gonna kill off all the AW listeners.
Oh no! Uh-oh. Oh god!
No,
what? No, Tim, don't do it.
My hot take is, because if you look at like the general opinions on most outstanding this year, my hot take is that I'm not as hot on Bandido as everyone else.
Oh, well, I'm with you on that.
Seems
so.
to be. Because I'm just not a huge fan of his like most impressive things he does, and that's like kind of the most.
Okay, wait. Maybe I'm not with you.
That's like a hard start.
What do you mean exactly?
I mean the 21 plex, for example, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't like moves that require this much setup.
Okay.
Like the other person has to stand there with their hands on the rope for like a weirdly long time. That's always like, I just don't like these moves that much. Even if it looks really fucking cool when it hits in the end. It's the same, and I have a lot of moves like that. Like any sort of weird cutter, springboard cutters, where the other person has to just like stand randomly in the ring and wait for the other guy. Or like even Swerve, like I love Swerve, but even his like the Swerve Stomp, right? Mm-hmm. Where the other person has to sit up weirdly in the ring.
It's pretty ugly.
Until Swerve stomps on him. I don't like these setup moves. And that's like a big thing with a lot that Bandido does, honestly, to me. So I'm not as high on him as many others, and I don't think he will be in my top 3 most outstanding. This is my hot take, I guess.
Yeah, go. What are you going to say more?
My second hot take was who is in there then? And I was thinking after this match, like last week I talked about how Hashimoto is just, her intensity, her speed, and her technical ability with everything she does is just one level higher than almost everyone I can even think of. And I thought about like how many fucking great matches Hashimoto had this year. And I'm kind of surprised that she's not coming up more often in this conversation. Like for me, it's like Suri is up there, Starlight Kid is up there, and I think Hashimoto. And maybe those are my top 3 most outstanding this year. I don't know.
Well, this is why we have a podcast together, my friend. So the only difference maybe between me and you on outstanding is I 100% care about volume of matches. I don't just care about peak.
Yeah.
So if someone just has like one 5-star match, you're not just outstanding for me. So Bandido, the case for me for Bandido, where he falls down is he hasn't had enough, like the volume of matches. So for example, I've got him as, he's had like 16 really good matches for me. But then if I go up my list, someone like Hashimoto has had 24 really good matches. Starlight Kid has had 27. Suri has had 38, right? So, yeah. And that matters for me. But I will admit, like, Bandido's peak is actually one of the highest. Like, his best matches are really fucking good. Like, the Takeshita match is is like a really high one for me.
Okay, sorry. In Bandido's defense, I have yet to watch the Takeshita match.
Oh, okay, you have to watch it. It's my favorite Bandido match this year. I prefer it to the Hechicero one.
Maybe it's not fair to exclude him already.
No, that's
before I watch this one.
Okay. The other thing you mentioned about Hashimoto. Okay, So on my outstanding, because I care about volume, Hashimoto is like 7th or 8th or something, and that's just because she wrestles less. I think that's the only reason.
Right, she doesn't have the volume.
Yeah, because she doesn't wrestle as much as Stardom wrestlers. So like there are a lot of Stardom wrestlers above her on my list, like Sariano, Starlight Kid, Azumi. I mean, even like Tam Nakano, because she had a fucking...
I was going to say Tam.
Tam had a crazy 5 months. She was going fucking nuclear.
Yeah.
So if Hashimoto wrestled more, I would absolutely vote her for most outstanding wrestler, without a question. But for me right now, it's Suri, Konosuke Takeshita, and probably Starlight Kid.
Right. I good that we agree on Starlight Kid too, yeah.
Oh, I mean, Starlight Kid's incredible. She's had incredible, yeah.
Absolutely. But she's also like coming up way too little in these conversations.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Maybe you should do like an agenda for her.
I mean, we could
every week on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. You got any more hot takes before we do Flair Fez?
No, that was basically my one thing.
Cool. All right. We are going to have some hot takes with rest of the year, probably. So obviously this includes some drawing as well. So I'm voting Suri as number one. I did vote her number one in 2024. Maybe it was a bit early, but now her year this year is even better. The case this year is better than the case last year. So she is by far my most outstanding wrestler. So she clears Takeshita by like 10 or 15%. So like what I do is I do something really nerdy because I'm a nerd. My background is physics. I'm a data guy. Sorry, can't help it. So when I assign a match rating, I also assign a certain amount of points. It's like exponentially modeled or something like that. Blah, blah, blah. So Suri's got like 20% more points than Takeshita, who is second. And Takeshita clears third place by like, I don't know, like 40% or something. So those two are like ahead of everyone else, but Suri is ahead of Takeshita. So she in-ring argument, no doubt for me. So now the tricky thing is the drawing argument for Suri. So I think it's crazy how much demand she has created for her Suriism product that they sell instantly without a card being announced. I think she's going to have a successful Yokohama Budokan on March of next year for her 15th anniversary, chapter 10. I think she's going to sell over 2,000 tickets for that show. So you can quote me on that now. So she's definitely going to do over 1,500 or whatever. I think Stardom did, what did they do, like 2,700 or something in that arena or something like that? Yeah, I think... You
know what? I take you up on that.
You think she can do less than 2,000?
I would have said 3,000.
Oh, shit! Damn! All right, Tim. Okay.
Wait, what's the Yokohama Budokan is like?
That's almost a sellout.
3.8 or something.
I think it's 3.2.
Maybe. I think she's gonna be close to a sellout, if not sellout.
Hey,
that's
guy.
My hot take. My second hot take.
No, that's a good. Hey, I like that hot take. But yeah, I think she's gonna do over 2,000. You can quote me on that. Tim's going 3,000 because he's a baller. But anyway, that's future stuff, so that's not for her current case. But so. Aside from her constant sellouts of Shinjuku Face, which is admittedly a small venue, I think her feud with Suri absolutely contributes to conversion number, which beat Stardom's last Yoyogi number. So it was at Yoyogi National Gym. It beat it by 30%. They drew 2,500 there, and I think she was a huge factor in that. On top of
go
on.
Do you remember that card?
I don't fucking know what else was on that show except that match.
It was a complete one-match card.
Yeah, okay.
That match is what drew the audience and nothing else.
Exactly. Oh, Basilic joined, but no one knew Basilic was obviously joining, right?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, other than Stardom in general being hot and probably that selling tickets in itself, but on this card, it was a complete one-match card.
You don't,
I definitely hang that on Suri's cap as well.
Yeah, you don't beat your last number by 30% by just being a hot promotion. Like, you need something. Like you've seen in the Korakuen halls, right? When they have a nothing on a card, they'll still do really well, but they're not going to sell out Korakuen with a nothing card. So, on top of that, I am absolutely giving her credit for the all-time success of the 5-star Grand Prix. I'm not saying it's all her, but I think that Grand Prix was about Suri invading the promotion and Hates becoming like the unlikely baby faces to repel her. I think that was the key storyline of the Grand Prix. I think Saya Kamitani barely played a role in that tournament. The tournament did all-time numbers across the board, which I've already went through in a previous episode. They had, the best ever numbers, and not just in bumfuck nowhere. They had the best ever numbers in KBS Hall in Kyoto, in Kobe Arts Center. Also in Ota City Gym, right, where they set their best ever number. And Sari deserves some credit for building up a compelling heel character and dishing out a feud that the fans wanted to see. I'm not giving 100% credit before people start going at me, but because the promotion was hot before the Grand Prix, but I think she gets partial credit for that. So that's the drawing case I'm giving to Sari, but mainly it's like her in-ring work just blows everyone out of the water, and I think she has a strong drawing case.
You can read all about that in our next newsletter in a great article by Chris Whitehead.
For the 5-star stuff, yeah, exactly.
The 5-star success.
Yep,
yes,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Thank you for that. Do you have anything on Saria's Flair Fez?
Yeah, I guess my main thing is I'm still not completely decided. I have Sari, I have Saya, and I have Mystico.
All right, so okay,
and I have no order yet.
Yeah, let's talk about the next two then. So Saya. So we spoke about her case when we reviewed the Korakuen Hall show. When we talk about,
I want Tam in there too. Continue. Sorry.
I would vote for one of them. I find it hard to vote for both. Tam does have a really strong. Obviously, she does. Like, she was the architect of that storyline, right? So I'm sort of like transferring her case to Saya in a way. But since Tam's retired, Saya has become a soft draw. She is funneling fans into the promotion. We've spoken about that. So now, what I want to bring up is, so I mentioned her Shupro covers, right? She's got 6. Azawa's got 5. Goto's got 4. I mentioned that Azawa and Goto were definitely on track to outpace her star power in Japan if they didn't drop their titles. I think they for sure would have won the Tokyo Sports MVP, and I probably would have voted for one of them over Saya Kamitani if they maintained their trajectory. But it didn't happen. So I think Saya has a stronger case than Azawa and Goto, and I think if you want to vote for someone from a big company in Japan, it has to be Saya. That's it. So I think Saya has to be in my top 3, and I can't wriggle out of that. I'm not going to vote for fucking Takeshita. I can't vote for Goto because Saya has a stronger case than Goto. I can't vote for Azawa because Saya has a stronger case than Azawa, and they have very similar character arcs as well. And Saya just does it better than Azawa did. So I don't think she's like a top worker in the promotion, but she's a good enough worker that the catalogue speaks for itself. She's up there in volume and quality. Mainly for volume though, but she's got some huge fucking matches like the Double Town match and Suzuki. So yeah, she's just a solid case for top 3.
Yes, I totally agree. I don't even have much to add.
And then
actually.
And then the third person you mentioned was Mystico. I think he's just a solid vote now. I'm convinced by his case now. CMLL is a really good company. They're going to sweep up some awards. They have strong business. They do have good in-ring action. They've got some good standout moments like the Mystico MJF match. Whatever you think about MJF, that is a sick match, to be honest. Mainly Mystico's like performance, but still really sick match. I think Mystico is the guy if you're going to vote for a CMLL wrestler. I know people sometimes say Mascara Dorada, but I think it's just Mystico. He is the guy.
Yes. No, I agree. Like the only other option in my mind is Hangman.
So that's who I was about to mention next. Yeah.
Yes.
Adam or John Moxley. Maybe hot take. I don't know.
I would go with Hangman.
Okay. Yeah. I guess if you're going to vote for someone,
I just think, I think we often put too much stock on the drawing alone. I think if you compare like in-ring years, then Hangman is like light years above Moxley.
He is.
Because Moxley had all these stinkers. I mean, Mark Gallup is not going to listen to this. So John Moxley had all these stinkers in the first 4 months of the year that almost like, I mean, he does have very good matches now again, but like, I just think that propelled Hangman above him in my opinion already. And then now Hangman is also the top guy. So I think it's got to be Hangman out of those two.
Yep. I mean, Paige is like, Hangman is just fucking taking the ball and running with it. And his match quality this year has been fucking great. So
yes,
he's like the only person, I guess, except Mystico, which is good company to be in, that's pulled a great match out of MJF as well. So
yeah, he's also got to be up there and outstanding. He's probably in my top 5 too somewhere. It's weird. I can't make up my mind how I should rank Hangman this year. It's been such a weird year because it took a while to get going, right, with Hangman.
It did, yeah.
And the booking was kind of weird for the first couple of months, but like he's been very good since. So
yep. And so I've spoken about Azawa, who would have been the other case. I still like Azawa's case, but it's basically Saya Kamatani's case, but a budget version.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if he had a good Q4 for sure, I would vote for him over Saya probably. I can't vote for anyone from WWE because multiple reasons. I guess Tim would say because it's not pro wrestling. I would just say because their business is declining now. It just seems weird to vote for someone from there. Even if they're still doing good business, relative business is really important for me. Because if it's... This triggers me sometimes. If it's not about fucking relative business, why would we vote for anyone except WWE every single year?
Yes.
It's obviously about relative business, and their business is down.
Yes.
Fuck them. New Japan, same as above. I mean, their business is down. Tanahashi has a good drawing case for the Dome, but that's not even in the awards period as well. Naito, their legit draw, left the company. No one else is drawing. I'm not going to vote for anyone from New Japan.
It's true. I just feel like if you have like 2 categories, right, or 3, how many? It's like wrestling, it's drawing. Is there another one?
No, I think that's
Star
it, right?
power?
No,
something stupid.
Isn't it just 2? Yeah.
So if you have 2, and one of them is an absolute 0, the other one almost can't be good enough to get you on my list that high, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be for like John Cena or Cody Rhodes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, their matches stink so bad that I can't even take them seriously as candidates. Because that's 50% of the thing. It's like
you can't be 0 in one of the categories. You just can't.
Right. So, sucks to be in WWE, I guess. Sorry.
All right. Well, that's awards talk. You got any other hot takes?
No.
All right.
I think we can move on.
Yeah, we're 2 hours in, and we got Marigold. There was a United National title match at Shinjuku Face on the 13th of October in Marigold. So it was between the champion, Victoria Yuzuki, and Rhea Seto. This match was pretty great. Unfortunately, I think, Tim, your criticisms of Yuzuki's selling actually applied to this match. This was the one match where I actually agree with you on her selling. She cannot sell a specific body part yet. So like Rhea, who's obviously someone who targets limbs, that's like her thing. Like Rhea attacked her leg for most of this match, and Yuzuki just forgot to sell it at points. She sold it great sometimes, but then not at all at other points. I think her selling in the Mai Sakurai match was fine, but here it just was not great. I think if you're telling the story that one of your body parts really hurts, you have to sell it. Otherwise, don't tell that story. But still, it was a really good match. They're both sickos, shoot slaps, headbutts, dropping each other in the head, you name it. So, Rhea Seto, I think, is just shooting up my personal rankings. I kind of want her to just go hard with Seri. I think that would be a really good feud. So, after the match, Rhea Seto was crying. She wanted to keep challenging for the title. She said that's what it means to be pro wrestler. Blah, blah, blah. So the crowd chanting her name. She could easily do a tweener stuff. Like, this is the Rhea that people want to see. Keep the cartoony Darkness Revolution shit out of the gimmick. She can be a heel for extra edge, especially with the limb targeting, because that's quite a heel like way to wrestle. But she doesn't need to do like the dumb Chiaki stuff, I think. So,
I do have to say that I did enjoy her heel work in this match, honestly.
Oh, you watched this match? Sorry, I didn't even realize you watched it.
Oh yeah, earlier.
Okay, cool, yeah.
So when they did like the crowd brawling stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I honestly thought with like Rhea Seto in her like skimpy black outfit, whipping Yuzuki with her like belt.
Yeah.
I could totally see her in like Ozaki-gun.
Oh, for sure. She
looks the part, and she acted the part in this match, and
that's a compliment.
It was totally like, yeah, absolutely. That's how I meant it. She's actually really good. She's, like you said, she's also shooting up my rankings. I like her a lot every time I see her now, and I really like the submission work she does, even if her opponent doesn't sell it always. But
can I just say? So you said she could be in Ozaki-gun. She could, but I just hate the Darkness Revolution stuff because it's too cartoony. Like when she's like choking a wrestler with the belt with the like referee distractions. I actually don't want Rhea Seto to do that.
But I thought in this match she brought the right intensity.
Okay,
that
fine,
it worked in the crowd brawling. When she whipped, like she didn't hold back on Yuzuki or anything.
Okay, fine, yeah.
Like when I see Chiaki do like silly heel spots, it doesn't work because it just looks you can't really take it seriously.
Exactly,
just the way. Yeah. But like with this Rhea Seto, the way she did it in this match, it was intense enough, and it was like mean enough, I guess. She didn't have like a silly smile on her face or whatever, stuck her tongue out or whatever. That's why when the Darkness Revolution stuff doesn't work for me. But here in this match, I thought she did it well. So I wasn't against seeing her do it. You know?
That makes sense. So Yuzuki won with the victory shooting. And there we go. And then on the...
That looked brutal, by the way. She kind of squished her.
Yeah, that move is brutal. It's like, it's like the Stardust press, right? Yeah. I think it's so.
Yeah. I never know what all these are called. I call it the Sky Twister here. I don't.
It is the Sky Twister, isn't it? Yeah.
Yet another thing. I don't know.
Who the fuck knows? Sky Twister, Stardust Press, Spiral Tap. I don't fucking know anymore. On the 15th of November at Osaka, Chiaki hit Yuzuki in the head with a chair shot. So that's another reason to hate on Chiaki. Right, let's go to Korakuen Hall.
She alright?
Yeah.
She wrestled on the Korakuen Hall.
Yeah, she's alright. I literally just wanted to mention that one note from that show. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, Korakuen Hall. So.
Yes.
They don't normally do great numbers for these weekday filler Korakuens. They just don't have the star power of Stardom style Korakuens. You know, when Stardom can just throw out a card and then draw 1,100 people. Marigold just can't really do that. They need to stack their Korakuens if they want over 1,000 on a weekday. They did 785 here, which is quite brutal.
It's the lowest since Mayo joined, I heard, right?
That sounds absolutely correct, yeah. I don't know if they did a lot below 1,000 with Mayo here. They need to stack these Korakuens if they're going to do them on a weekday. So...
I mean, on paper, it kind of did sound like a good card.
You got Chikagoto in the main event.
Yeah, I guess. I also kind of, going in, I thought it was a red belt match, but we're going to talk about it later. But I thought anyway, the semi-main.
Yeah. Just quick, like a one sentence overall. I thought this Korakuen Hall show was pretty good. You?
Oh,
you didn't?
I thought it was... it had like two sides. Like one side over-delivered and one side completely under-delivered.
Let's do like one sentence wrap-ups of the matches. So the opener was Hummingbird and Yuka Yamazaki versus Komomo Minami and Shoko Koshino, who's obviously the new signee and she's a singer. This match was... I actually got nothing on this match. You? Oh, Shoko Koshino actually needs a bit of work. She looks like she's wrestling in water compared to Yuka and Komomo in this match. And Yuka is a 5-month rookie.
Yeah. I think Shoko also, like, the singing ended up being kind of fine, but I think she opened up with, like, being under register, I think you call it.
On the register?
So it's like her first tone was off, right? It wasn't, it didn't sound right.
Oh, yeah. On the register normally means something else. That's okay. It only means you're
I think it's under...
Oh, you mean under register?
There's some expression. Yeah.
Okay.
It's under something, you call it, when a singer, like, sings too low, like, her tone is too low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. She got the pin here on Hummingbird, and Hummingbird later got a title shot, so that's nice booking there, mister.
It made a lot of sense. But do you know
my only takeaway was that Hummingbird is trying, but she's still...
And she's fucking ripped as well. She is like a statue.
She's ripped.
Yeah. Do you know what on the register means, though?
Tell me.
When someone's on a register, it's like they've committed a sexual offense. Like, that person's on a register. You have to avoid that person. He's on a register.
Oh, on the register. Yeah.
That's what I thought you said.
That's not what I meant.
I was like, what did Shoko Koshino do? All right. Next match was Chanyota and Erina Yamanaka, who are called Ultimate Tag Team, against Minami Yuki and Nagisa Tachibana. This match wasn't anything insane, but I think it's notable that this match wasn't a disaster, because 1 year ago, this match would have been a disaster. So the fact that it was perfectly fine means, Yuki and Nagisa are probably they're okay pro wrestlers now. They've improved a bit. Thoughts?
I like Chanyota. She rules. That's my main thought.
She is the one good one in this match. Well, okay, their others are fine, but she's like the standout, yeah. Cool. And then we had Kazuna Tanaka and Megaton versus Nagisa Nozaki and Ryo Seto. I am thankful to Rossi for booking this match just so I can shield Kazuna Tanaka versus Rei Seto on 17th of October once again. You're all welcome. Just go watch that match. They're classmates, and I think that they have like a better rivalry and feud than Tanaka and Shino, to be honest. Obviously, wrestlers can have multiple rivals, but yeah, they're just really good together. I just thought Rhea should have tapped out Megaton here with the leg lock, since it looked so fucking brutal. I don't know why Megaton reached the ropes and then she finished with
that was weird
with like a knee bulldog thing. She just tap her out. It's fucking Megaton. Why you? Come on. Anyway, any other thoughts?
I didn't get that either. No, pretty much the same. The finish looked really weird. Like it was some weird knee bulldog from the top rope. Yeah. Should have just tapped. I totally agree. I don't know why Megaton was so kind of protected in this match. It's kind of crazy to me.
You need to put over Rhea's submissions. It's what she's fucking sick at. It's like a whole gimmick. So anyway.
And at one point, Megaton was controlling his Seto, like.
Yeah, not what you want to see.
Instead of the other way.
Then
exactly.
Then we had the match of the night. I can confidently say this. I think I'm going to read Tim's mind.
It's true.
Okay, good. So it was Mai Sakurai versus Nao Ishikawa. All right, Tim. Are we ready to eat shit on Mai Sakurai? Can we come clean and say that maybe she's just good now? She's not the Mai Sakurai of the Stardom days. This match was fucking sick.
Yeah, I think Nao did a great job carrying her to
you fuck.
No, in all honesty, I can definitely say that Mai is improving and is better now. But she's still a fucking traitor and I will never like her. So.
All right, we'll take that, guys. We'll take that. I thought this match was super hard hitting. It was a fucking struggle. I thought Mai did a really good job at getting Nao Ishikawa over. Nao Ishikawa has basically been a prelim wrestler for like a year. The story here, I think, I kind of lost track of it, was that they're both 2020 classmates. There was something about Mai drinking mud water to get here, or Nao Ishikawa presented her with muddy water at the conference or some shit. I don't know. But the point is, they had matches on Marigold's opening show. Nao Ishikawa, I believe, was against Nanai Takahashi, something like that. And so she was projected to like be kind of like a good upper mid-carder. She went immediately to like the opener and the undercard. She was like the lowest wrestler on the card. She turned into Gigaton, which is one of the worst storylines in 2025. So this was Nao Ishikawa's like, all right, I'm fucking back, bitches. And Mai Sakurai did a really great job of getting Ishikawa back over. Get Ishikawa out of the fucking opener of every show now. She was so fucking great in this match.
It's true.
So the main thing I want to mention, just how they started this match. So as soon as the bell rings, Nao Ishikawa just fucking throws Mai Sakurai with 2 German suplexes. You guys know me by now. I love my German suplexes. So 2 German suplexes into the 120% schoolboy. It was sick.
Yeah, it was really good. She was fired up. Yeah, I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Basically, I'm always like a Nao Ishikawa enjoyer. I've enjoyed her since the Tam Nakano match. Do you know, like around the time with the Tam Nakano match, it was like rumored that she has like some medical issues.
Haven't heard that.
Which is why she has to take time off every now and then from wrestling for like a month or 2. Is she still doing that in Marigold, and is that still a thing? Or
well, the problem is she's in the fucking openers, and I normally skip the openers, so I haven't really noticed.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
know. I think she rules. I still think Tam got the better match out of Now than like her betrayer Mai Sakurai got here. But it was still a pretty great match, and yeah, I really like Now the STF. Mai does a good STF, and she does that like basement kick, like when the other person is in the rope. Like, she doesn't do a drop kick, she just does, like, kind of a running PK or something. Yeah. And that always looks quite brutal. That's a good move.
These guys were maniacs. I mean, there was, like, shoot slaps. There was a great...
Yeah, those slaps were hard, man.
They were super hard slaps. They were great. There was a great arm-trapped armbar from Ishikawa. Mai sold it super well. There was a shoot headbutt from Mai Sakurai. I mean, these guys were fucking crazy. I
thought both sold really well.
Both sold super well, actually.
Yeah.
There was a kick out at 1 by Naomi Ishikawa on the backdrop suplex, and then Mai tapped Ishikawa out with the STF, right? I think it was the STF.
Yes.
Yep. Great match of the night. Then you got anything else on it?
What?
You got anything else?
What's the story with the numbers?
What numbers? I have no idea what fucking...
No, Ishikawa is number 70, for example.
Oh, I have no fucking
They
idea.
have numbers next to their names.
Oh, okay. That's just the roster number they're given, right? You know, when they join Marigold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the story.
I already heard that like someone, like Mayu had her number reserved for her or whatever. But I don't know what they... Do they have any meaning at all?
I mean, probably to the wrestlers, but I don't know if they've said it. Maybe they've said it. I haven't paid attention.
Okay. Whatever.
Then we had Mayu Iwatani versus Coco for the super flyweight title. Coco is a 15-year-old with 2 years of experience. She's from the My Way promotion in Fukuoka, which is like a local promotion. She's the sister of Van Vert Jack, who is a popular masked wrestler in Fukuoka. It's My Way is literally a promotion full of masked wrestlers, but it's kind of off the radar. Coco came out of fucking nowhere. I had first seen her on the 4th of October Seed show, which we did review on this podcast, and she attempted a 450, but rolled through it. And I remember saying in that podcast episode, like, oh, I mean, that's kind of sick. Like, okay, she didn't land the 450, but the fact she can, like, pull out of a 450 means she's pretty fucking good. And then I saw her on the Marigold Fukuoka shows a few weeks later, and I was like, wait, that's kind of fast. Now she's doing shows at Marigold. And now she's at Korakuen Hall with Mayu Iwatani. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm like 99.9% sure Marigold is signing her. Mayu even said in her post-match promo, there is no way Marigold will let a prodigy like that slip away. I think it's a done deal.
She's probably already signed.
Yeah, I think so. Mayu said that Coco was 1 year old. 1 year old when Mayu debuted. So, my opinion is... Coco is an athletic prodigy. I'm not going to say like a wrestling genius because there's more to wrestling than moves and athletics. But in terms of athleticism, I am not sure I've seen another 15-year-old move like her. She wrestles like she's several years older than she is. There's one other wrestler I've called a prodigy in 2025, and that's Miran from Diana, who's 16. Coco, I think, is a better mover athletically than Miran. Like the way she bumps and her flashy moves and stuff, I still think Miran is a better overall wrestler, but Coco is more athletic. One of the things that stood out to me about this match is she had some great selling. So like when she powered out of a kick, it didn't feel like she was a 15-year-old. It was like she's years ahead of where she should be. I don't know what her ceiling's going to be, but she just had some great fucking bumping, some great selling, and that impresses me more because the one thing with younger wrestlers, so like a lot of child wrestlers, a lot of wrestlers with inexperience, they struggle with bumping and they struggle with selling, and Coco was great at both in this match. So it's something you only get better with experience, those two things. So the fact she's this good at 15, 2 years of experience is a bit scary to me, to be honest.
I think what does speak to her is that she has a lot of confidence, I thought.
It's insane.
She's just like especially compared to other like I don't know if she's probably not a rookie. But like if you compare it to like some of the Joshi rookies that were like in the Jajahuma tournament or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's light years. Yeah.
She has like a different level of confidence. Like not only in the moves she does, she has no hesitation there either, which is also a step above those. But like just in her like charisma work, I guess, or whatever. Like when she just randomly flips the bird to Mayu during the match and stuff like that.
I did
really
not, because she hasn't done that in other matches. I was like, okay, kid. Like she just fucking flips off the goat. I was like, okay. So that's
the kind of confidence. I mean, that also does speak to her. Like she already gets kind of how to sell her charisma, even with a mask on, or like be a personality in the ring. That's kind of what you mean with the difference between like just doing moves and really being a good pro wrestler. And she is already going in this direction as well.
Exactly.
Like being a personality and yeah.
But that's why I compare her to Miran, because Miran, like she also like does moves with no fear, right? Like the way she fucking runs the ropes and launches at herself like head scissors moves and a bunch of different lucha moves. So it's very comparable to Moran, but I think like Moran has got the pro wrestler thing a bit more down just because she's got more years of experience. Moran debuted in 2022 or something. But they're both like going to be, I mean, in 5 or 10 years, we're going to be saying these are like two of the best people in the scene. That I'm quite sure of that, to be honest. So
wouldn't surprise me at all.
Some things I guess I know. So like Mayu pulled out Coco's hair extensions on a hair whip, and the crowd booed Mayu Iwatani. That was super funny. Mayu was kind of like a bully. Like her basement drop kick was fucking insane on Coco.
Oh yeah.
I love when Mayu goes into bully mode. Coco landed on her feet for a German suplex, but obviously Mayu would win in the end. I don't remember what she won with. What did she win with? I didn't write down the finish. Moonsault,
dragon suplex hold.
Of course, yeah, dragon suplex. Yeah, this was a great match. Anything else?
It was. No, I think you got off everything. She did the roll through for 50 again, which looked impressive. Yeah. Did a big frog splash. At one point, Mayu kicked the shins of Coco. Yeah, she was a bully.
She was a total
basically, and the sliding.
Okay,
and then, that's.
Mayu after the match called out Hummingbird. She basically said, "Hey Hummingbird, do you want to be on the under?" Oh, that's why it kind of makes sense actually. Sorry, the booking. The way they did it wasn't Hummingbird going out to challenge. It was Mayu calling out Hummingbird and saying, "Why are you on the undercard? Don't you want more?" And then Hummingbird was like, "Yeah, you're right. Let me challenge." And then Mayu was like, "Fine." So the way they did it kind of. Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. No date is announced for that yet. Then Takumi Iroha came out. This is because Mayu came out to look at Takumi on the finale of Monday Magic a few weeks ago. The title, the GHC Women's title that Takumi holds is like a Monday Magic exclusive. That match is happening on 3rd of January at Ota Ward, which I will be missing because I'll be having fun with all of my friends.
Yeah. We're going to miss a couple of great shows on that day.
Yeah. Well, we're
going to have a better day. I'm sure of it.
The only show I care about missing, I think, is the DDT one. I don't think I care much about this Marigold one. I mean, look, Mayu...
I mean, there's a Stardom show too on the 3rd, right?
Yeah, but it's like, what is it, a Shinjuku face show? I mean,
it's
probably going to be good, yeah. Anyway. The semi-main event, Chiaki and Misa Matsui, who are the Twin Star title holders, against Seri Yamaoka and Victoria Yuzuki.
Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Do you think Takumi and Mayu will go 59 minutes?
Fucking hell. I'm still so disappointed from Takumi. I don't care about Utami. I'm disappointed in Takumi. Takumi knows better than that. God damn it. She just gets carried away in big matches, I feel like. So then we had a Twin Star title match. Seri Yamaoka and Victoria Yuzuki challenging, who are obviously two of the best young wrestlers in Marigold. The two best young wrestlers in Marigold. I thought the match was fine. It fell a bit flat for me, because considering how much I love 3 of the wrestlers in this match. But Chiaki has legitimately go away, fuck you heat from me. I cannot help it. She has reached that level. It's one of the few wrestlers I can't stand her. I feel bad about it because I don't hate on any wrestlers. I love this hobby. But Chiaki, I just can't do it. I hate her character. I hate everything about it. I thought she was total, utter poop here. How can you wrestle Seri Yamaoka and Victoria Yuzuki and just have an okay match? Or like an okay to solid match? The problem is Chiaki. And don't say I'm getting worked, guys, okay? Do not put it in the newspapers that I'm getting worked by Chiaki. I am not. Fuck Chiaki. All right. Can you do this recap?
She did a pretty nicely timed power slam though.
That I do remember that power slam, so that was a good power slam. I did write that.
The funny thing is, yeah. Sorry.
No, God.
The funny thing is, I wrote in my notes, Chiaki sucks. And in that moment, she does the power slam. I had to write, yeah. Good power slam though. So.
Yeah. I think I did the exact same thing. I think I was like mid my rant on Chiaki, and then she did the power slam, and I stopped typing. I looked at my screen. I just sat there for 5 seconds, and then I continued my rant typing about Chiaki. Yeah, fuck Chiaki. But it was a good power slam.
Yeah, it was kind of
Seri and Yuzuki. So the highlight of this match was Misa Matsui and Yuzuki going at it. They were fucking great because they're both great wrestlers. During the match, I was like, please, Lord, let Misa Matsui challenge Yuzuki for a title match. So Misa pinned Yuzuki. The finisher looked fucking sick. And because she pinned Yuzuki, she went for a title challenge, and Yuzuki was like, sure. So that's happening on December the 6th in Sapporo.
Yeah.
Do you have any notes on the match? Because I don't have any notes on the match itself.
This match was so weird to me because it felt to me like it was the longest fucking match in the world. It just wasn't ending, man. It was so long. But I didn't even hate the match. Like, I thought the match was fine.
Same.
I liked a lot of the wrestlers in the match.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it felt so long to me anyway. I don't know.
That's what I meant by fell flat. Like, I love 3 of the wrestlers in this match. I'm expecting like a really good match from them, but it was just like a good match, I guess.
No, that's true. I was kind of like maybe also expecting more. Like I was
definitely expecting more. Yeah.
I was expecting more, like, I guess, storytelling from, like, what I kind of was expecting was Sari and Victoria kind of like maybe dissenting in a match and in the end then Sari challenging Victoria or something for the white belt. That was kind of what I fantasy booked in my mind, and obviously I can't be mad if my fantasy booking doesn't become reality. That's childish. But I thought it would have like at least like spiced up the match if there was like at least some like tension between the two or something.
Yep. Fair enough.
And I also think it would have made sense just booking wise because I would say both of them are bigger stars than Chiaki and Misa Matsui. So, for them to just lose regularly without any like shenanigans, that surprised me. Yeah, but it does also make sense for Misa Matsui to be the next challenger for Yuzuki, I guess.
Out of our fantasy book scenarios, this was probably the second best like outcome to build a white belt challenge between me. Like if Chiaki got the pin here, I would be I just realized I can't say that because MI5 and stuff. But yeah, some MI5 redacted stuff would occur if Chiaki got the pin here for sure. But since it was Misa Matsui, it's fine. So,
yes.
Backstage, Seri was talking about how she's not just the future of Marigold, but she's the president. And then she gets interrupted by Thunder Thighs Senka fucking Akatsuki, who comes out of nowhere and challenges Seri Yamaoka to a singles match at Korakuen Hall on 28th of December in Marvelous. Guess who's going to be there?
Me.
Yes, you.
And you.
And me. Yes, me and you and I. And all of our friends. Well, not all of them, because some of them won't arrive yet, but all of the friends that will be in Japan at that time. I have not been excited for any other match more than this in my life ever. If that sounds like a big statement, it's fucking true. I already read out like a fucking love letter to this feud when we reviewed the Monday Magic 6-man tag. This feud is my favorite thing in wrestling right now. I finally have my singles match. I think it's... Actually, we said earlier about Match of the Year, and nothing can touch Tam Saya. This might touch Tam Saya for me. I don't even care. This might become my favourite match of 2025. So, I don't know what... I think I'm going to do, for Rookie of the Year vote, the winner will get my vote. Anyway, let's go, girls. Fuck each other up. Destroy each other. Kill each other. Okay? No woman standing.
Yeah. That's actually a good way to decide this. Yeah, I concur with you.
I love them both equally. So
yes,
I'm so excited for that match. So thank you for booking that. One of the best things that's come out of this Marigold Marvelous partnership. That's a lie. This Marigold Marvelous partnership as a whole has been really good from top to bottom. They've done such a great job. It's been one of the best interpromotional rivalries that I think has happened in a long time, to be honest. Cool. All right. Main event time. So, Miku Aono versus Chika Goto. So this was the story behind this was, it was a non-title singles match. The build was basically, Miku thought that Gotchka, I'm going to call it Gotchka because it's just easier. Gotchka was a joke. Gotchka wanted a title challenge, and Miku was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You've only won one tag match. Why do you want a title match? Then at the press conference a few days ago, Gotchka was like, okay, if you won't say yes, why don't we let the fans decide at Korakuen Hall? And Miku was like, sure, if the fans are loud, I'll accept and make it a title match. So, come the day of Korakuen Hall, it's in the main event, Gotchka's doing her promo, She's like, fans, let me hear it. Are you behind me? Or whatever she says exactly. I didn't translate the exact word she said. The fans didn't fucking cheer. She was half cheered, half booed. There was like a lot of cheers, but there was like a smattering of boos, like notable boos, like not like a little thing that you need to fucking use some software to hone in on, listen to. It was like audible. And the cheers weren't even that enthusiastic. So then Gotchka asked Rossi Agawa, hey, is it a title match? And he just puts up the X and says no. So I have no idea if this was always the plan. Gotchka looked kind of sad and shocked by it. To be honest, I don't know if she was a fucking great actor and she was working me, but like, what would have happened if the crowd had cheered their lungs out? Would they have said no still? I imagine they would have actually done the title. I actually think this was a shoot. Like, how else would it work? Am I going crazy?
Chica looked so.
Yeah, but do you think it was a shoot?
And pissed off.
I've like the only way it can
It's so weird. I don't even know what to say about this. It's so fucking strange.
Like, one thing I thought of is maybe they told the fans, hey, can you, like, some of you boo? So then they would always get the outcome where she wouldn't get the title match. Or they had it planned where if the fans do cheer, maybe Miku still says no and is a heel or something.
Like, Kochika is a face, right?
She is an over baby. Like, on every other show, I swear to God, she gets good cheers, she gets chants. I thought the fans would cheer for her and make this a title match. So when they didn't cheer, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
And like, in the end, Miku was booked to go over anyway, right?
Yes.
If this was like Kochika wins and sets up an actual title match through this, then it would be another story. Miku was booked to win. So why didn't Rossi just have like a feel good thing for Kochika and make it a title match? Why does he throw up the X? Well, he just made it just look like
that's why I think it was a shoot.
Complete like idiot.
That's why I think it was a shoot. I think they were actually expecting people to cheer, and they like, okay, maybe I'm a mark. It just feels weird. It feels like the only way this could have worked was as a shoot. To be honest, if you work this, that would be even weirder. That would be the worst booking ever if you make this worked. So what? The fans cheer a lot, and you still don't make it a title match? That would look fucking stupid. Or the fans don't cheer, and you always make it a title match? That would also look stupid. The only way this doesn't look stupid is if it's a shoot. But if it's a shoot, Gotchka looks like
if it's a shoot,
she looks like a geek.
Yes. If it's a shoot, it's still stupid.
Yeah.
Why make it a shoot? What kind of a fucking booker makes this a shoot decision? And why does he go no then?
Okay.
And do you want, like, what's he gonna do next? Call his wrestlers fat or something?
Oh yeah, he would never. He would never do that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you rather have like something like this, a booker do like a weird shooty decision that makes his wrestlers look completely stupid and like geeks, or would you or which case do you like better? A booker being part of a comedy match and saving his wrestler from being essentially sexually assaulted in a wrestling ring from a comedy wrestler?
Yeah, I would. Like, hey, it's one of your leading questions again. Tell me where we're going. I mean, you've already said where we're going. It's because, the tarot card thing, which we'll come on to after. Okay.
Let's do this.
Well, the only devil's advocate I have is I do think it might give Gotchka a backstory to go after the belt in the future. So, like, what she can do later is she can say, hey, a year ago, the fans rejected me. Now look at the fans. They're all on my side. I want to challenge again. That's kind of a simple promo, a kind of simple story to tell. It gives her a way back to the top. So if they are doing that, maybe. But in the moment, I did not like it. But it might end up working anyway, I guess. So I just want to give them that out, that I guess it could work again. She will get herself over again on house shows, because that's what she just does. So it could work, I guess, is what I'm saying. But it was still fucking weird.
I guess.
Right.
I think it's still making it harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it still works out in the end, doesn't make it like
No, exactly. There's better ways to use her overness. Like, you're basically just asking her to reset her momentum.
Yes.
It's just a bit weird, yeah. All right.
It's so strange.
So I think I was the low man on this match, actually, to be honest. I thought it was good, but I saw some comments saying it was the match of the night, which kind of blew my mind. I thought Gotchka has had way better matches than this. Like, for example, against Mayu in her hometown during the Dreamstar. Gotchka looked completely tired and lacking energy in this match, to be honest. I don't know if I was worked, but it looked like Gotchka was actually upset, and maybe that affected her wrestling, to be honest. She looked devastated. I don't know if she's an amazing seller. Yeah, this match did not blow me away.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your low man, then I'm like the really low man.
You're in hell. Yeah, okay.
Basically, this did nothing for me.
Great.
I didn't think Chica looked good. She did one. She does like a wrist clutch choke slam that looks looks like a cool move. She just wasn't great in this match. She kneed Miku in the face one time, and I think she fucking got her. Like,
yeah.
Miku was just immediately grabbing her mouth, and just that wasn't the normal sell. I think she kicked or kneed Miku right in the mouth, so that can't have felt great. Yeah, this didn't hit at all for me. Of course, the finish was fucking brutal. Really fucking scary botch on the Styles Clash, where Miku kinda, I don't know, just Chica dropped on her head.
Yeah, but the Styles Clash is like a two-way thing, right? Because you can't...
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't want to like... What do you say? I don't want to like put blame on one person, because specifically here.
With a Styles Clash, you can't single-handedly hold someone upside down. That's like so much... Like it would never work if it was solo doing it. So like the wrestler taking the clash has to help. And they normally do that by like holding on to the legs, right? It's like a two-way street. So I think maybe like Chica wasn't holding on enough, or she was super tired and she couldn't hold herself up.
Chica was just super tired.
She was exhausted.
You could just tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she like bled from the nose, I think, after the botch.
So she dropped basically.
I hope she's all right.
On her face, almost neck broken. That was how bad it looked.
Yes.
So if you're squeamish, maybe skip past the Styles Clash. But it looks like she was fine, because she cut a great promo after the match.
Yeah.
She was fully in tears, and she was saying, you know, she's the mood setter in Marigold, so she's going to start again and stuff like that. So it was a really good post-match promo, I thought. Then, do you have any other notes on the match?
No,
okay.
Just didn't land for me.
Yep, same. And then Mai Sakurai came out to challenge, so that will happen on the 3rd of January. This makes sense. We all knew that Mai Sakurai was coming after the red belt. Everyone knew it. She said it so many times in interviews and Super in Tokyo Sports, whatever. She's been saying it for months and months. So I don't hate it as much as I would have a few months ago, because Mai Sakurai is actually growing on me, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have a good match.
You think she's getting it?
Yeah. Oh, the red belt. I mean, fuck. Yes. If, you know, they fucking could, because Miku has been weirdly, maybe it's not weird for Rossi, but Miku has like not been in main events of house shows. Like she
has been undercut the entire time.
She's been in like mid-card matches on the house shows, and I'm like, what the fuck is she's your red belt champion? Why is she not in the main event? So she could actually drop it to Mai Sakurai, to be honest, and be a transitional champ. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if Miku keeps it. But who will see?
Yep.
All right, that was Marigold. So I thought it was okay. I said pretty good. I meant like good. I mean, like I didn't hate watching this show. I thought it was fine.
I think like the Mai Sakurai match massively over-delivered.
Yeah,
the Coco match was really fun.
Yes, also good.
But like after this, the show kind of dipped for me. And before that, it wasn't very good either. So
fair enough. Peaks and troughs. All right, let us do Stardom super quick, right? So
yeah, you know, I have found you out, Eric.
Oh God, what?
I'm sorry to say, you're caught.
What did I do?
Bit of a backstory maybe for the audience is so all week Eric was like always so like, should we just like not talk about these Stardom shows? Should we just skip them? They were really not important. They were not that great. Nothing really happened. It wasn't really anything worth talking about. Should we just skip Stardom entirely? Maybe, I don't know. Even to the point where I was not like. Was not even planning on watching this. Like I was like short on time and didn't watch the 3rd and 4th house show this week from Stardom because I heard it was such nothing shows, and I decided to spend my time elsewhere. And then yesterday I tuned into the to STARDOM Tag League Day 7 on November 16th. And all of a sudden, everything clicked. Everything made sense. It like a light bulb went off in my head.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
Yes. So I was watching the first match was pretty was just Mei Sarah, Yuna Mitsumori defeating God's Eye, which was a fine match, fun little 7-minute match. And then the second match happened. First, making the entrance was Kao Kobayashi, Maika Ozaki, and Yuri. Then out came DLM and Natsu Sumire.
Fucking hell.
And then it clicked. Eric just wanted to avoid talking about this match.
Why?
And that's why.
And this is the one match you picked out before we even got into general thoughts.
I just wanted to say that I found out why you wanted to skip Stardom so badly this week. So
that is one of the main reasons. I couldn't even escape Yuri and Natsu Sumire on a fucking Stardom show. The bane of my existence. All right.
Yes. But I legit didn't have time to watch the third show at all. So
wait,
I watched 1, 2, and 4 for some reason.
What's the third?
Because like the order was skipped.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry?
The third one,
the order.
You mean day 6, right? The 15th?
Yes.
Okay.
I watched day 7 because the order was somehow skipped on Stardom World, I think. Okay. That's why I watched accidentally the 4th instead of the 3rd. Or the 7th instead of the 6th in this case.
God, I fucking hate Yuri. So she doesn't have go away fuck you heat though, like Chiaki does. She is not at Chiaki levels of heat.
Okay.
Not yet. She will be one day. So what's your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I think maybe we could just go over the standings real quick, as of right now.
I've got them.
And then maybe overall thoughts on these days. Sorry?
Yeah, I've got the standings. So,
got them.
What we've got so far, in the blue block, we have Hanako and Megan Bain on 8 points with 4 wins, no losses, no draws. They've been like a standout team for me this tournament so far. I've liked pretty much all of their matches. And Hanako, I think, she's really shone in this tournament, to be honest. I feel like the past few weeks have done a lot to improve Hanako a lot, like in my personal rankings, I guess. I think she's been legit good in almost every single match. No, in every single match, she's been legit good.
Do you think they're gonna lose before the finals?
Yeah. I mean, it's Megan Bain. I think they have to lose at some point. I don't think they're going the whole way. Because
That's the thing, right? I think maybe Megan Bain won't lose too many matches here, while she's also actively still in the AW tag tournament and stuff like that. But
I think Hanako's going to eat a pin at some point.
They can't really win it, right?
No, I think Hanako's going to eat a pin.
Yeah, Hanako is going to take a pin at some point, yeah.
Then we've got Saki Kashima and Suri, who are 6 points, 3-1. So if I say second number, it means a loss. I can't believe you called her P. Breesley on purpose last episode, and I completely no-sold it. Did you actually come up with that joke?
That is actually stems from a legit typo I made.
That is an insane name. That is crazy. P. Breesley. Well, I guess it's like Bresley. That is, you're crazy. She does have an OnlyFans, by the way. If you want to know why we're calling her that. Well, you don't need to look at her OnlyFans to know that, but yeah.
She did come back from the WWE looking a bit different than when she went in.
Slightly. She has a swollen chest, yeah. Yeah. Where was I? Okay, yeah. All right. Konami and Rina have 6 points, 3 wins, 2 losses. Ai Sakura and Sayaka Kurara, 2 points, 1 and 2. So, Ami Sourei and Lady C, 2 points, 1 and 3. Azumi and Miyu Amasaki, 2 points, 1 and 3. I thought O2 Line would go kind of deep this tournament.
Yeah.
I was expecting them to almost go all the way, but I guess maybe they feel like Azumi just got a huge run in the past few months and Miyu Amasaki isn't ready. So, maybe.
I find it kind of weird, but yeah.
It's a bit weird, yeah. Rina Yamashita and Suzuki are 0-4 because Suzu is ill and has missed a bunch of matches, so they've been forfeited. Yes. I wonder...
Best wishes to her.
Yes, best wishes to her. And I wonder how much that's fucked with the booking, to be honest. In the Red Goddesses, Mei Sarah and Yuna Mizumori is on top of the group, 7 points, 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Natsupo and Sarianu are 3-0. 6 points. Natsukatora and Uraka, 6.3-0. DLM, Asita Teatleko, 5 points, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Hina and Rani Yagami are 2 and 3, 4 points. Akira and Bazilla are 2 points, 1 and 1, so they haven't had that many league matches. Miku and Suri are 2 points, 1 and 3, because Miku's been eating all the pins, obviously. And Ryan and Wakasukiyama are an 0 and 5. I think one other interesting thing is Ami and Lady C have main evented 3 of the shows of the Tag League, but are 1 and 3, which is kind of funny. They've just been putting a lot of main events and losing them, so... Yeah, anyway. Alright, overall thoughts on the last 4 days. I'll just start quickly.
Yeah.
This tournament lost a little bit of juice. During these 4 days compared to the first 3 days. I didn't have any recommended matches from these 4 days. Like, matches that people need to go out their way to see. Nothing was bad, because nothing's ever bad in Stardom, in my opinion. But none of these matches really kept my attention. I've got a few that did. One of the factors is, for the Sapporo shows especially, they were missing a lot of talent. So O2 Line weren't in Sapporo. So this is the last 2 shows, Day 6 and Day 7. Saki Kashima and Suri weren't there. Natsupoi and Saori Anu weren't there. Suri and Miku weren't there. And Suzu's obviously injured, as we mentioned. So missing a lot of star power. They did... Oh, yeah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts, it adapted a bit off on these house shows. Like you said, like last week, I was all about like how fucking great the wives were so far in this tournament. They had weirdly little amounts of tournament matches on these house shows too. So like my main takeaways from these shows was like my favorite matches weren't actually tournament matches. So for example, I did really love that 8-man between Mibida Loka and like Sakurara, Azumi, and Kikyo teamed up. That was a hell of a lot of fun, I thought. I don't know if you remember that one.
What day was that from?
The first one. It was from 12th November.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it. I skipped that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I skipped the undercard.
That was really good. Okay. And there was also like, what other notes did I have? The Rina and Rina Konami versus Shuri and Saki match.
Hell yeah, really I picked that out as well.
But yeah, weirdly, like some of the matches that weren't actually tournament matches were like my highlights here, but other than that, I don't really have anything stand out from these shows at all, honestly.
That Konami, Rina, and Saki Kashima and Suri match from Day 4, 12th of November. So what I actually liked about that, so obviously it's got the Suri-Konami feud playing into it, the never-ending eternal feud, but I really, really liked how Saki Kashima realized that Suri, was facing her nemesis, so Saki actually wanted to try. Like, she was not doing any bullshit in this match. She was just trying to wrestle. She was trying to beat Konami. I think she was even bullying, like, Konami at one point. Oh, no, it was Rina. She was bullying Rina early on in the match. So I just liked that she changed the dynamic because she realized it was against Konami. So that was a nice touch.
Yeah.
And Suri and Rina were sick in that match as well, by the way.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, Rina and Shuri was so sick. Yeah. And Rina like showed like zero fear or respect of Shuri. She just went in on her and it fucking ruled.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so good. Rina in general was like kind of my MVP of these like 4 days of house shows,
Rina,
even if
she's just so good. I don't know how else we can say it. She just gets it. I mean, just the way she wrestles.
So good.
Yeah, she's great.
I was also really happy to see her like pinning Ami Sourei.
Yeah.
That really popped me too.
I mean, but that's weird. Ami.
It was really weird.
Ami pinned Konami.
But it popped me because I like Rina so much.
Yeah. But Ami,
but booking wise, it's very weird.
She pinned Konami, so presumably she gets a white belt match.
Yeah.
Then she gets cheated by Konami, which kind of makes sense, because they're building to a title match. But why not just have Konami pin Ami? I don't know. Whatever. Guess it doesn't matter.
I thought going in like this was 100% just Ami pinning Konami one more time to like really solidify, I guess, her title shot, but instead she got pinned of all people. It just really didn't make that much sense. Yeah.
So that
there was one sick Hanako choked Ida out in the air. Did you see that one? That finish? In the Ida was Megan
so that's
Hanako
day
match?
7 on the 16th.
Yes.
That was a very good. I like that match as well.
Yeah.
That submission was actually pretty good. Yeah.
That looked sick.
I did bite on the JP coaster in that though. I thought she was going to win with that, and then I bit on the so Ida Bashi. She does her like bridge pin. I thought that was a finish, and then Hanako just chokes her out. Which she's coming out looking like a beast from this tag league.
Yeah, that's true. There was also which match was this? One last highlight for me was it was Hanako and Rina Yamashita versus Sakurada from the 13th.
Okay, yeah, I didn't pick that one out. I picked that day I had Akira Bazilla, Miku and Suri. That was the match I picked out from that day.
Okay, I had a lot more notes on Akira Bazilla match as well, but I just wanted to shout out the Sakura match because it was so much fun. It was so fucking good. Rina Yamashita is so funny too. They just had incredible vibes in this match. I don't get it. And Sakura versus Hanako, another like chapter in their little feud. And did you see the tower spot? That was so good.
Oh yeah, when they were pretending to be taller or something.
Yeah. Like I think Aya got on Kurara's shoulders, and so they were just a bit taller than Hanako combined. And then like Rina tried to take Hanako on his shoulders, and it just didn't work. So they turned it around, and it was a whole thing.
Hanako was running the ropes with Yamashita on her shoulders. That is actually nuts.
It was so sick. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Right.
I thought Sakura and Hanako had insane chemistry in that match once again. So it's good job to STARDOM for realizing it and putting them into a bunch of matches together. And then I think Hanako almost killed Aya Sakura on a backdrop suplex. I remember that spot as well. But yeah, that was also a good match. But the Akira and Bazilla versus Miku Kanai and Suri match, it was the first time Bazilla and Suri were meeting since Marigold. Bazilla, so I don't know if you noticed it, but Bazilla had like a bit of different energy in this match. So this was from the day 5, 13th of November. She had like a bit of different energy in this match. Like she was fucking around a lot less. She was treating it like she treated the singles match with Izumi. You know, her selling was way better for Suri. Like she was selling the fuck out of like Suri's offense. I thought they were both great together, and I think they can have a really good singles match, better than the Marigold one, which was already good.
I also think the lariat takes for Bazilla are like already obsolete, I guess, because she lariated the fuck out of Suri at one point in this match, and I think she had another great lariat in another match.
Bazilla's work in this match was top tier. Akira and Miku, they had just met on the Suriism show a few days earlier, so they had a bit of a tussle. The Swanton Bomb is apparently a thing now from Miku. She did it again, second show in the row. I loved like Bazilla and Suri just holding each other back while the juniors were going at it in the ring. And then Miku got the win with the signature jackknife pin. So she's winning in a variety of ways, not just the German suplex in other ways. Akira got left behind by Bazilla, who just walked out. she was just done. And then Suri was just smiling as Miku and Akira were beating each other up after the bell. And then Suri took over and threw Akira into the wall, and then high-fived Miku and left. So that was funny.
It was really cute. Like,
that was a good match.
Suri smiling at her daughter, having trouble after the match. It was so funny. I have one question for you, Eric. Bazilla. Her entrance music.
Oh, fuck you. You doing a music thing? Oh, there's no way that's a real music song. Like music song.
I actually forgot. I wanted to talk about this on the show Dave was on. I forgot like 2 episodes in a row to ask you if you know the song.
I just assumed it was AI generated. I'm sorry.
No, it's actually from a band.
What's the band called?
It's called Arch Enemy. I actually used to be a really big Arch Enemy fan. Like,
I feel like I've heard of Arch Enemy
many years ago.
Are they?
Yeah. They had like an incredibly talented singer from Germany.
I was about to ask if they were German.
Gosso.
Yeah.
They're actually a Swedish band, but the singer was German. She's married to the guitarist. Pretty sure. And like she stopped being the front woman a couple of years ago and went on to be like just the manager of the band. They got a new front woman instead. And I kind of stopped paying attention to them. I just like it. She turned out to be, they turned out to be an asshole band. So I don't really like them anymore, unfortunately. So they're kind of dicks. So they kind of got a really bad rap now in the like music scene or metal scene. So
that's kind of hard as well in the heavy metal scene to have a bad rap.
I mean, not really. Like metal fans are actually like the most. Unless you got like really bad like sub genres or whatever.
I'm just fucking with you.
Okay.
Well, a lot of metal.
Yeah. Anyway, like, I wanted to mention that because it was like one of my favorite bands at one point. So
aren't a lot of the metal scene like straight edge and shit like that as well?
Yeah. They're actually some of the nicest people you'll ever
like Brody
meet.
King.
Like, I've been to a ton of different festivals, and metal festivals are usually like the most civilized and friendly ones. So that's just kind of how it be.
All right. Well, do you have any other matches? Otherwise, I've got some other thoughts, just miscellaneous thoughts we can go through.
Not really.
All right.
You can.
Should we talk about comedy, Tim?
Comedy.
There's two things I want to say. So first,
okay,
I want to clarify my hate for Natsu Sumire. Okay. I don't hate comedy. Okay. I cover DDT extensively. It's probably my second favorite promotion. I think it's been over a year since I've missed a DDT show. I love DDT. I just think her gimmick is not a gimmick you can keep fresh and entertaining. If I hate on someone like her or a comedy character like her, it's because I'm comparing it to other comedy characters like Hirata or Honda or Kashima. They do something different every match. So comedy has like a high bar for me. And Sumire, Shinsuke Hirota, Yuki Miyazaki, they just don't clear that bar. It doesn't mean they always suck, but yeah, I think for like sex gimmicks, that like spin-offs that Japan loves apparently. I think like Dino does it better than Miyazaki. But Miyazaki had a really great match with Catch the Wave in Catch the Wave against Hazuki around the gimmick where she was groping Hazuki, and I did like that match. But yeah, if you hear me complain about something, it's just because I don't think it's quite original. So like the Sumire Natsu thing, what she did a spot on the show. You did watch the show, but you know where she was like getting tired of doing missed Bronco Busters.
Mm-hmm.
So she did that exact same spot 2 days before on SEAdLINNG. So literally exactly the same in a tag title match. So when I saw this, I was like, fuck you, Sumire, okay? Fuck you for subjecting me to the exact same spot twice. But that's my only criticism of them. But with that said, I mean, the crowds love it, so I can't really complain. But with that said, I have seen some Stardom criticism for the Yuki Miyazaki angle. Okay, so for those that don't know, Miyazaki's gimmick is kind of, like I said, is kind of like a toned down Denshoku Dino. She gropes people's breasts from behind, she puts them in an embarrassing pin, which has their head near her crotch, and then she opens up their legs. That's just her gimmick. She's been doing it for decades. So they've been doing an angle building up to the Sapporo shows, because Stardom were doing joint shows with Diana and Wave during this weekend, and that's why there were like a lot of non-tag league matches. Diana had a show on the 15th, Wave had a show on the 16th. But they haven't released yet on VOD, that's why we're not reviewing those this episode, if you were really dying for those. But Miyazaki's been chasing Sayaka Kurara around. That stretched back to the Wave Korakuen Hall show on the 2nd November, which we did review. Taro Okada, Stardom's president / booker, has been protecting Sayaka from Miyazaki, which is what Tim referenced earlier. So the idea is that Sayaka is like super innocent, she doesn't want to go in the embarrassing pin. Okada took one for the team and got put in the embarrassing pin on the 16th November Stardom show. That's it. That's all that happened. That's what some criticism about Stardom have been about, that, Stardom shouldn't associate themselves with Yuki Miyazaki's lewd humor. No one in Japan gives a fuck about this. They all love it. It's funny to them. So I've seen
it's not even that.
Yeah. Go on.
The problem is that people had is that Taro Okada should never be on screen or like get involved in any matches, even if it's like the most fucking innocent fucking comedy spot.
Oh, but that's like that's like the Tony Khan thing, right? Where people hate him being anywhere near a screen.
Yeah. The good thing is that all these people said is that a great booker like Ross Yogawa would never get involved with these kinds of spots. So
Oh, okay, fine. That's
So you know
that's even dumber than I thought. So I no longer want to talk about this. All right, next subject.
I was gonna say like a really quick rant, okay?
Yeah.
Because like these are literally the fucking dirt, like the most underneath people you can. Like I always think when people talk about like the Western fans, the Western fandom of like Japanese promotions, I always don't really like that because it sounds like so condescending. Like the Western fans don't matter really for the promotions or whatever, or like their opinions don't matter. What I think from now on of as Western fans who actually really don't matter are these kind of fucking bottom feeder fans who like are like legit saying like Taro Kada deserves to die for having an on-screen role in a comedy match and stuff like that. Those are the types of fans that really don't matter because they were never gonna spend a single penny on a pay-per-view. They were never gonna buy a shirt or travel to Japan to watch these shows. They were always gonna just fucking either react to clips on Twitter or like pirate the shows. And those are, to me, are now like the Western audience everyone always makes fun of. So I just read some of the fucking dumbest things. It's not worth, we shouldn't give them any air. I won't like read any specific things, but it was really noticeable on this one specifically, on this one Taro Kada clip, which like set off a whole fucking, I don't know, cavalcade of fucking Twitter trolls. So it was almost unavoidable for like 2 days. And I just read some of the fucking dirt worst shit I've probably ever read. And fucking clowns everywhere. It's so fucking, Twitter is fucking insane. I don't know. Anyway, move on.
Touch grass, guys. Next topic. All right. Lady C. Okay. So I've seen our good friend John from Amikaze ask if Lady C is just good now. And while I'm not there yet, I actually think I've been a bit too hard on her. I still don't give a fuck about her character. It's just not a compelling character to me, personal. That's just a personal thing. I don't care about her matches. But from an ability point of view, I think she's like having the best year of her career, obviously, and she's improved a lot. She's obviously not a bad wrestler. If I'm comparing her to other wrestlers, I think she's kind of at like Chika Goto's level, to be honest, who I think is good in her mid-card role. So I've been guilty of maybe conflating my indifference to her character to her actual ability. And I think she's totally fine as a wrestler. I think there's been a lot of matches over the last 4 shows that showcase Lady C over the shows we're saying weren't great. I think Lady C's has some good stand-up moments. One thing I'd like to see her do is, I don't know if this is cringe to say, I think she should add a thigh slap to her boot. I don't know if I'm the only one that likes thigh slaps. Not an excessive amount. I remember a Glee title match where it was like 99% thigh slaps. I'm a thigh slap lover, but that one was too much for me. But I think it just helps build up immersion if you can just do a good timed slap on her big boot. It's her signature move. It's a finisher. Not many people in 2025 have a big boot as a finisher. I think add a thigh slap and you're good to go. What do you think?
Well, I will say that I mean, you're probably right, it would look even better, but like the one thing I really do have to compliment Lady C on is her big boot.
Yeah, it's still good.
It's fucking sick.
No, agree.
It's fucking great, yeah. Other than that, I'm still not a big fan. I think what Lady C is to John is maybe Hanako to me. I would pose that same question just with Hanako instead.
Okay. Do you not think people recognize Hanako? Or like, I do definitely now. I wasn't there, but after the New Blood main event, I'm all fucking in on Hanako.
I don't know if people don't recognize it. I just don't really see it talked about as much.
All right.
So.
Well, I just wanted to give some props to Lady C because I have been shitting on her relentlessly for like 10 episodes.
I mean, I think Lady C is kind of fun, but I just can't get into her matches. I don't know. It's
cool. All right.
She has one of my favorite reaction gifs or whatever from Stardom. So.
Hanako?
Lady C.
Oh, Lady C, okay. Alrighty. I'm done with Stardom.
Yeah, I think we got pretty much everything important.
So the next show is on 23rd of November in Fukushima. Good match on that show is Natsupoi and Sariano versus Rian and Waka Tsukiyama. You might laugh, but it's Poi versus Rian. So I don't know if you guys remember. Well, maybe you guys haven't seen it, but
it's fucking amazing.
They had a great match or like interaction in a tag match at Korakuen Hall a few months ago. So I'm looking forward to Poi beating the fuck out of Rian, basically.
Didn't they also have a really great singles match?
In the 5-star, maybe,
Was that
right?
in the 5-star? Yeah.
I think they did, yes, they did. So,
was fucking great.
And then the next day they're in Iwaki, also in Fukushima. So they're two days in that prefecture. And then there's no matches after that for like another week. So they're taking it a lot slower now. So hopefully the match quality will pick up and they have all their star power back as well. Right. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do a full preview of TJPW. Not much. There was no shows to review for TJPW, but they have a Shinjuku face show today, I guess, if you're listening to this on Wednesday, 19th of November. They're basically just doing a bunch of previews. Not like the main event is Miyu Yamashita and Shoko Nakajima versus Yuki Kamifuku and Yu. So that is noteworthy. I think it's Yu's first match in TJPW for 7 years before her retirement.
Oh, right. Yeah,
so that's worth watching. And then on the 22nd of November, it is Uta Takami's homecoming match in Ishikawa, Kanazawa, which is Senka Akatsuki's hometown as well. So, but yeah, so that might be fun to watch Uta Takami in the main event. She is teaming up with Miyu Watanabe against Himawari and Shoko Nakajima. So that is probably going to be...
Oh, that sounds awesome, though.
Anytime Miyu and Shoko are in a match together, it's fireworks. Himawari is also very good, and Uta Takami is very good as well. So it's going to be a good main event.
That sounds like my shit, man.
Yeah, in her hometown. That should be good. Yeah. Cool.
Excellent.
Now we are in the 5 to 10 minute indie zone. Really,
Let's go. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry.
You're not mentioning. I'm actually just going to go over the highlights. So it was a SEAdLINNG show from the 14th of November. Just finding my notes. Where the fuck am I? Hello? Okay, I got my notes. Right. Opener was Ayame Sasamura and Honori Hana. I love both of these two. Really love Ayame Sasamura in particular. She's very underrated because she's a 2AW wrestler, and she mainly just wrestles in SEAdLINNG and Diana. She's like my SLG side piece when Venny isn't around. Honori Hana is becoming a really good powerhouse wrestler. The reason I'm mentioning this match is because obviously she's the oldest of the SEAdLINNG contracted wrestlers, so she's the one that's meant to be like leading the charge. This was basically like a Sasamura passion injection match. She stiffed Honori a lot, and Honori had to stiff her back. It was my kind of opener. Pretty good. Then Yuki Funa, the other SEAdLINNG rookie, she was in the high-speed match with the Luchadors, Kakadita and Lapidita. Yeah, I'm not really high on Yuki Funa at all right now. She's just got your typical rookie awkwardness, and she's just very green right now. Then the semi-main event was worth mentioning. It's Hiroyu Matsumoto and Mira Koga, who is the other SEAdLINNG youngster, against Celine Mizora and Venny. So we spoke about Celine Mizora on the Surrealism show. This was my match of the night. It was a very fun vet plus rookie match. And not to forget, Matsumoto is the current champion. Mira is over 1 year into her career, but I kind of still see her as a rookie. Celine, though. Celine has some potential. She totally outshone Mira in this match. Like, it wasn't even close, actually. She's, like, not afraid to be loud in the ring. She shows emotion. She hits hard. Those are not things you see from a rookie. So the fact she's doing that is good. I'm not saying she's like technically the best, but I'm not really looking for technically the best 10 matches into a career. So for 10 matches into a career, I think she's showing all the right signs. Like at the start of the match, she was throwing Miria around the ring. She was drilling forearms into her from the mounted position. Later in the match, she stops forearming Miria to turn around and forearm the champion Matsumoto on the apron. It's that type of shit that you want to see from a rookie. Miria Koga pinned Mizora with the German suplex. So to Miria's credit, she does have a nice German suplex, and she did go off the venue after the bell as well. So I like seeing that attitude. The main event. She was in the Surrealism opener, right? Celine was, yes, against Yurika Oka. Messing this up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, right. That's her. Then in the main event, it was the tag team champions Mio Shirai and Sumire Natsu versus 1111, which is Misa Kagura and Sumika Yanagawa, who left J2O, and they work a lot in Ice Ribbon right now, but Misa Kagura is fucking everywhere. So, yeah, I mean, who wants to see Misa Kagura get heat on Sumire Natsu? Who wants? Well, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see. I'm not going to root for Sumire, so to see her like get beat up by Misa Kagura was just really weird. this match worked a lot better when Mia Shirai was in there being the bully to 1111. I preferred that much better. How can you be a babyface when you're shoving Sumika Yanagawa's face into the turnbuckle with your fucking groin? Okay, you're not a babyface to me if you're doing that. Later, Mia Shirai had Kagura in a tarantula over the ropes like Tekla, and then Sumire climbed on Kagura's face and started fucking Kagura's face. How is this a babyface? And then Mio Shirai held Misa Kagura down so Sumire could do her shitty Bronco Buster. I hate that this was the main event. Why was the first 10 minutes about building heat on Sumire if she's just going to go and sexually assault Kagura? Just... Arisa, Nakajima, Natsuki Tayo, whoever's booking, just take the belts off of Mio and Natsu Sumire, please. Sumire and Natsu, thank you. Put them back in the undercard, feuding with each other like they were before. Misa Kagura did an awesome Willow Nightingale-style football pounce to interrupt Sumiro's Bronco Buster. That was awesome. So, yeah, I guess they retained the titles, Mio and Natsu, and then the next challenges are Honori Hana and Unagi Sayaka at the December Korakuen, which I will be at as well. So hopefully they drop the titles there.
You're gonna have a lot of fun there.
Oh, they're gonna drop the titles for sure.
Is it Unagi versus Natsu?
Yeah, Unagi Sayaka and Honori Hana versus Natsu and Mia Shirai.
That's your match, man.
Yeah, I love Unagi Sayaka. I love Sumire Natsu. I love, Mia Shirai is whatever. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway. All right, moving on. All right, we have a listener recommendation.
Yes.
It is.
Becky.
Yes. He recommended a Wave 3-way from the 22nd of April, 2018. It's Ayaka Hamada versus Arisa Nakajima versus Misaki Ohata. So the context is, the winner of this match, so this was the Catch the Wave tournament, which is their annual tournament, and the winner would go through to the final. And they were all tied with the same number of points, and the rules of the match are you needed 2 consecutive pinfalls in a row. Otherwise, there's no time limit. Oh, so this was... I thought this match was amazing. It was pretty great, yeah. I loved everything about this match. I could have imagined losing my mind if I was watching this match live because of the stakes involved. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed watching Catch the Wave tournament this year, so I can't imagine if it was like actually live with these 3 excellent wrestlers. I probably would have put this match as like match of the year. It would be hard for me not being that high. These 3 were fucking lunatics to each other. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows, like, it's become a bit where I really like German suplexes. This match was fucking German suplex heaven. Like, I died and witnessed 72 German suplexes in heaven. It was insane. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what did you think about the match?
I think, like, overall, I really liked the concept. So, essentially, for the listeners to imagine this better, is like you have a singles match between 2 people, and then after someone pins the other, the new guy comes in, right?
Yeah.
So theoretically, like the next match, like the new person coming in is always the fresher one. So it should be hard for anyone to get 2 pins in a row. That's why this format works in a way, because like someone has to overcome their tiredness of the previous match to fight a fresh opponent.
Exactly.
And that's like a really great concept, and I would love to see it more often. It's like a sumo. They do it in sumo apparently.
Oh, do they?
Like,
I didn't know
that's
that.
where it comes from.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's like the sumo rules or something. And yeah, maybe they should just do all triple threats like that. Triple threats, what am I saying? 3-ways. Because like, but it's completely the opposite of why 3-ways exists in the first place. Like 3-ways are essentially just a fucking crutch for lazy bookers to have someone lose but not get pinned. In this version of a 3-way, like everyone gets pinned multiple times, exactly, so that's the direct opposite of why 3-ways are done anyway. So obviously that's never gonna happen. But I would fucking love it if like every 3-way was just in sumo rules from now on, because yeah, this was fucking crazy. Like Hamada's kicks were insane.
Oh my god, she was like
she went fucking.
She was off. Like shoot head kicking people like all match.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. And yeah, I love Arisa Nakajima. Have you ever really seen you know the Kana Arisa match? Of course, that's one of your favorites.
Yeah. So,
but other than that, are you really familiar with Arisa Nakajima? The violence queen.
Just matches here and there. Like I watched her retirement match as well, and her match with Suri as well the year before her retirement. So I've seen a couple of matches.
Oh, you saw that?
Yes.
Okay. I think that was that my match of the year in 2023?
I wouldn't.
Not sure. I fucking love this fucking match. Yeah, Arisa Nakajima is one of those just incredible wrestlers that unfortunately had to retire.
She was amazing here. So honestly, I couldn't decide who I liked more in this match. So the first fall was Hamada and Arisa starting out. Hamada was violent. She was like, "Fuck you," hitting spinning heel kicks, which the crowd were popping
went
for.
So hard.
They were going so like she was destroying Arisa with head kicks and open-handed strikes as well.
Yes.
Arisa would like fight back with the sickest suplexes ever, and then. Arisa got driven into the mat with the AP cross, which is like a Michinoku driver by Hamada. That first bout in itself is like a 4-star match or plus by itself. That first pinfall,
absolutely,
it was so good.
They had no reason to go this hard for like just one. The first portion of this match was just gonna be like how many matches in a row were there?
There were 5 pins. There were 5 falls. And this was the first.
Pins, yes. And the first fall was just so
lunatics.
insane already.
And then Misaki Ohata comes in. And Ohata immediately German suplexes Hamada. And then she Germans her into the turnbuckle. Like, I was like...
That was so sick.
I was like, fuck yeah. Hamada's holding on, but obviously she's tired from going to war with Arisa. So she
sold the exhaustion so well in
exactly.
the
and so she lost to a cradle, made complete sense. So that was the second fall.
Yeah.
The third fall, Arisa's back in. Now she's against Ohata. So this is like, they haven't met each other, but Ohata's kind of fresh. Arisa had that war in the first one. These two just literally German suplex each other to death, like again and again and again. Ohata is like working over Arisa's back, which I thought was kind of awesome. That leads to something where Arisa tries to do a super cool, super quick QT special, but she can't hold the bridge because she had her back worked on. Like that is awesome in itself.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Then Arisa Nakajima did the most disgusting diving foot stomp I think I've ever seen, like literally ever. She squished Ohata. My ears, I almost took my headsets off because it was so loud how Ohata just screamed when she got stomped on. It was awesome. And then Arisa did the Io Shirai triple German suplexes. I'm just going... At this point, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? And I'm only halfway in. The crowd is electric at this point because Ohata just needs one pin, right? Because she already pinned Hamada in the previous fall. So she just needs to pin Arisa here. So they can trade near falls and the crowd will buy on every single near fall. Arisa fires up. She flings Ohata around with... Okay, now it's not just Germans. It's tiger suplexes, half and half suplexes, whatever you want. Arisa's like,
The half and halves was so fucking great.
So good. So this, and then Arisa obviously pins Ohata. This third fall was another 4-star match in itself. I think this was my favorite.
I may have liked it better even than the first.
I think this is my favorite fall of the match, to be honest.
Yeah,
this was.
I would probably agree. She just kept doing half enough suplexes until one of them finally got the pins, but it was just so fucking insane. She just didn't stop half and halving her opponent over and over.
Again, this was after she went to war with Hamada in the first fall. So this is basically her second match within 30 minutes. Imagine how physically difficult that is. So the fourth pinfall was basically like the rest pinfall for everyone. So Hamada was back in.
Yeah.
She was a bit fresh, but this was like a slower, desperate version of the first fall between Hamada and Arisa. They're both kind of knackered. There's some sloppy transitions into submissions.
But they did... I did feel like it was like selling exhaustion.
You thought it was
and like doing it extremely well. Like,
yep. That's quite possible. And then Hamada tapped out Arisa. So then the final fall, I guess spoilers alert, is between Ohata and Hamada. So obviously Hamada wins this fall because she needs 2 in a row, and this was the final fall. Obviously it would have kept going if Ohata won, but obviously the crowd doesn't know who's going to win. So the crowd are biting on everything in this fall, literally everything.
Yes.
Hamada is now legitimately, I think she's like shoot slapping Ohata around the face. I can't explain the sound those slaps made. So I think
it was almost uncomfortable at some point.
Yes.
Honestly, it was sick.
Yeah. So the best sequence of the entire match. So even though I prefer the third fall, the best sequence of the match happened here. So Ahata hits a peach sunrise on Hamada. So it's like Momo's move where she pulls the arm through the legs and then does a half tiger at the same time. Hamada rolled out of the pin, but Ahata still had the clutch, so she didn't let go. Then Hamada turned it into a fucking sick power bomb, like splitting her in half. She's got her in the power bomb pin. And then Ahata unleashes her fighting spirit, jumps up, and Hamada's face is literally like, for fuck's sake. She just sits there and contemplates her life for a few seconds while Ahata is firing up. She's like, oh, for God's sake, you're still really going to fight out of that? So then Ahata sprints at Hamada. Hamada gets up quickly and then counters her with the AP cross that she pinned her with in the first, not the first fall. I don't think she pinned her, but she hits her with the AP cross, and she can't get the cover because she's tired. But that fucking sequence was insane. I just love the way that Hamada sold the fighting spirit. Like, really, you're gonna do that? Then they just trade Fisherman Busters. Honestly, I think there was like 10. I didn't count. They were just Fisherman Buster. It was just again and again. Really good near falls towards the end. Good rolling through finishes in a good way. The crowd are biting and everything. One more AP cross and Hamada wins. Yeah, just another really good fall.
Yeah. And I think there was another Northern Lights bomb in this one as well.
Oh, so that's what I'm talking about with the Fisherman Busters. It might be Northern Lights bombs.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
They just spammed Northern Lights bombs on each other, like literally like 10 in a row. But they weren't like doing them quickly. Crazy. They were like selling each one, and the crowd would pop for every single one because they like let it sit after every single move. Yeah, this match was just fucking insane, to be honest. It had no ratings on Cage Match, by the way. Isn't it crazy that there's a match that exists like this and people just don't know about it?
Yeah,
that blows my mind.
It's just, but that's also a thought that went through my head. Like, if you're there, where was this? Was it Shinjuku face?
Shinkiba.
Shinkiba.
Yeah.
Like, there's like, I don't know, if you're in this room for this random match, you're just going to like a fucking Wave semifinal or whatever.
Yeah.
Catch the Wave semifinal, and you're witnessing this fucking thing going on. Like, that's just, you're gonna remember that night forever.
Absolutely.
Like, that's just...
This is one of the reasons why I watch all the promotions I do and why we do this podcast. There will be matches like this. Like, some of my favorite matches this year were on the indies. So I don't know. Just it's like a lost era as well. I think that maybe era of Wave, like the 2010s or something, because they had like so many good, like Ahata, right? She retired at the end of this year, so this was in April 2018, this match, and then she retired at, I mean, I can see why. She fucking wrestled so hard.
She was probably concussed from this match, honestly. Hamada did not fucking hold back, man.
I was thinking, what was I doing while this match was happening in 2018? And I was playing FIFA in uni. I was just spamming FIFA games. And I was like, what the fuck was I doing with my life? I will not make that mistake again. If I have a kid, I'm just gonna, like, no Dora the Explorer. I'm just gonna put Kana and Arisa Nakajima on repeat on the TV. They're just gonna grow up and shoot headbutts and German suplexes.
Oh god, sounds great. And also, like, another point, like, obviously the point I think Valkyrie was trying to make, other than just showing us a great match, is that Wave is now like considered a full comedy promotion.
Yeah, exactly.
And just the point was that it used to be a really, really, really serious, just fucking high level action promotion. And I think you could also tell, I don't know if you noticed that, like today, like in the Catch the Wave tournament, their blocks are like named after planets, right?
Yes.
It's like the Saturn, Venus
This
block.
was the violence block.
Did you notice?
Yes.
It used to be called the violence block. It popped so hard for that.
So awesome. Yeah.
So good.
Cool. Well, that is the listener recommendation. So again, if you didn't catch it, it's 22nd of April 2018, Ayaka Hamada versus Arisa Nakajima versus Misaki Ahata. It is free on Wave's YouTube as well. So literally you could probably just type in Wave 2204 2018 and you would find it. Or some variation of 22nd of April 2018. All right.
Okay. We probably we kind of maybe opened the floodgates here for our listeners to
I hope so.
bombard us with matches. I think we can at least do like one thing. We can just copycat from Tunnel Talk. Maybe if listeners really want to have us review matches like this, maybe just do us a favor and rate us 5 stars on your podcast app first. That would be great. And then we're gonna do your review.
Classic.
Okay?
Yeah. Cool. I'm not gonna do previews. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna say the shows. The show. So on the 22nd of November, Sendai Girls have Mika Iwata's 10th anniversary. It's airing on the 25th of November. Oh, that's really smart. I don't have the card, but there's that show. I'm pretty sure Iwata is in the main.
Which one?
Sendai Girls Iwata's 10th anniversary. Oh. I'm pretty sure Saori Anu is in the main event against Iwata. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. But sorry, I realized I don't have the card.
Sounds realistic.
All I know is it's a good card, so look out for it. And then Sonoka Kato is retiring on the 23rd of November next week. So she's teaming up with Mayumi Izaki against Akino and Itsuki Aoki. That show's happening. There's an Ice Ribbon pay-per-view on the 24th where Karari Wakana, their Wookiee. Their Wookiee.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, we're fucking done. Their Wookiee is going against Manami Katsu for the Ice X Infinity Championship. So that will be really cool. I'm looking forward to that. And then there's an Actress Girl show, which we might review on the next show, where Marino Sahara is defending her AWG title against Nagisa Shiotsuki, which I'm looking forward to. Oh, and then the last thing, which is kind of cute, Jungle Kiona is celebrating her 10th anniversary in Sportiva Arena in Nagoya. She is going up against Saya Aida in a singles match, and it's the only match on the show. So that's kind of cute.
That's great.
Yeah,
they used to be like very big friends.
Yeah, exactly.
If I recall correctly.
I'm not sure if this is leading to a comeback, but yeah, just wanted to mention she is having a singles match.
Yeah. Let's see.
Match of the week. Go, 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 go. I mean, sorry, Hash.
I mean, yeah, obviously. I mean, shoutouts to the women's Blood and Guts match. I like the men's one too. I like both Bloods and Guts matches. I think I would give it to the women, honestly. I think the finish of the women's match was so great. The men's one, I think the men's was maybe structured better in the first half. I also really did like Kyle winning in the end.
So, I mean, his blade job was fucking disgusting.
Yeah. So maybe the men's was just as good. Shoutouts to both Blood and Guts matches. I really liked this Dynamite. And I think, but obviously Suri and Hush, I think, it's gonna take it.
Yep. So
what are you?
My winner is Suri Hash, obviously. If you heard that segment, runner up, obviously Mai Sakurai and Naoya Ishikawa. Both Blood and Guts as well was on my list. I think I like the men's match more because Julia's work kind of took me out of the first 10 minutes. Like I was zoning out.
That's fair.
I think only Sky Blue's blade job kept me in the match. But the men had me kind of all of the way, I feel like. And then another shout out to Mika Iwata and Takase versus Takumi and Veni, because we have to finish the podcast on Veni, baby.
Absolutely. I mean, before we leave you, I think we don't have time for the Taiwanma retirement review. I'm sorry, we're just too deep into it now. So maybe next week, we gotta postpone it once again. So look forward to that on next week's show.
Yes. So didn't you say we weren't going? Okay, we didn't go 4 hours. Do you want to talk about something for 15 minutes?
Do you? I thought. Do you think we were too negative on the show?
About what though?
I feel kind of bad about my rants about the WWE
Oh,
wrestlers. And
you still feel bad about Cody.
Maybe I feel bad.
Well,
about Cody.
Now you have.
I don't want to offend any fans of WWE. Okay, it's just I just don't like it.
Okay, well, why didn't you round out the podcast on saying something nice about the WWE?
Okay,
you can do this. Yeah, you got this, Tim.
I like.
You like
how they I like.
Uh-huh.
I like how they book their promotion in a way that leaves room for other promotions to succeed and prosper.
Well, on that note, guys, thank you for listening to Joshi'ing Around, episode 11. I wish you a good week, and thank you for listening if you made it all the way through. See you guys next week.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, hang on. You need to say the thing about liking and subscribing. Sorry.
Oh yeah, please. I already mentioned it on the review thing, right?
Wait, which review?
Yeah, please give us a like. I said if someone
want to
wants
review
another review, they have to rate us. Yeah, but rate us anyway. Follow us. Tell your friends about it or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Who cares?
Okay, bye guys.
Thanks for listening. Bye.